Well, neither time that we fluted it to New York, flying up there and then flying back, were we seated with the Wilma protocol.
I wish we had been.
This is something that United is now doing on their flights, starting, I think, next week. Or maybe it's this week, actually, they're starting it. They started this past week. So they started boarding passengers in the economy class with window seats first, and then middle, and then aisle. And that's known as Wilma for window, and then middle, and then aisle. So window gets 2 letters in Wilma.
Mm-hmm. It's a great idea because 3/4 of the time is spent with the aisle person standing up to let the window person in.
Yeah, that's a beating.
And then he has to do the same thing for the middle person.
So I had the situation coming back where I was like, oh, man, I meant to hit the restroom before I got on the plane and didn't, and I had a window seat. And people loaded in, and then it always felt too uncomfortable to make people stand up to go to the restroom. Mm-hmm. So I increased my bladder strength by tenfold throughout the flight. Which scientists say you should do. They say you should not get up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom because then you're training your bladder.
How can you not?
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta go.
Yes, science!
I don't know. But we didn't use the Wilma system. I did board before you guys once again on the return flight.
Yes, you did.
Very successfully.
But this time you were in the right. I did look up, and it was Group 4's time to board.
Thank you for knowing
that. But not when he was, like, boxing people out, getting up there. It was like Group 1 through 3.
This is the thing you don't respect, Giorgio. I'm like the Dennis Rodman of knowing where that boarding number is when it's gonna switch, and so I always get in position, perfect position, to be able to get in line as soon as my group number is up
on the
there.
way up there. When they said Group 2, you said, "Hey, that's me." And I said,
"Well,
You're
I was
Group
just
2?
mistaken.
Close enough."
I was just mistaken then because they make it so confusing."
Boy, we were shouting at you too, trying to call you out.
Radio superstar coming through.
He was Group 4, and they called Group 2, and he went up there, and I heard him say, "I'm active military."
I did not say I'm active
so that he
military.
could be seated early. Yeah. It was appalling.
You're the one who's always doing stolen valor to try to get on planes early.
No, I'm not.
That's always your deal.
Nope.
You can't use his joke on him.
Yes, I can.
You got to come up with something
It's
new.
called comedic jujitsu. I turn his power and use it as my own. Okay, so Bigfoot. Did a little research on this latest Bigfoot video that came out that we've mentioned a few times. And I wanted to see what... I don't know. It looks pretty convincing to me. So, for those that don't know or haven't seen the video yet, it came out, I think it was last week. Shannon Parker and her husband, the most fakely named Western guy I've ever heard of in my life, Stetson Parker. Stetson Parker and Shannon Parker, they were on a railroad that runs from Durango, Colorado to Silverton. What is this, the 1880s? The names, the train, the cities, the towns?
That's a famous scenic train. Scenic, what do they call those?
Yeah.
Scenic ride? I don't know.
It did look beautiful. I mean, even
I've done
just
that before.
Seeing the Bigfoot on the side of the mountain there, I mean, it looked kind of cool.
I took that train when I went to Circle K Ranch in 8th grade in Dolores, Colorado. And they took us on that train ride. It was awesome.
Does it move slow?
Yeah, kind of.
Does it ever have some of those elevated areas that just make you feel real unstable?
Yes.
Yeah, that troubles me.
An old wooden trestle that looks like it's about to fall.
We should never have wooden trestles.
No.
Trestles.
Not today.
Everything needs to be steel. But is it steam powered or is it run on Christmas? Well, how do they locomote that thing?
Energy?
Okay. It's not electric.
Where are you getting your energy?
It's got to be coal powered, right?
I think so. I'll look it up.
Do they have a big car behind the engine where that's full of wood and they're throwing wood into that's the steam one, I think.
While somebody is keeping their eye out for robbers.
Yeah. Do we still have train robbers?
Nope.
Never?
I can't imagine. We have
pirates out in, like,
yeah.
You always hear about pirates over in the ocean.
We have
I don't know.
pickpockets on subway trains.
Yeah.
They're kind of train robbers.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the actual gang that stops a train to rob a train of its merchandise and its loot.
Mm-mm. Unless that's what Bigfoot was trying to do here.
You should never carry around loot. So they were traveling on this train, and they look out and see Bigfoot walking along the mountainside, and she gets her phone, or maybe it was their friend, gets their phone up real quick and records this Bigfoot, and he's walking along, and then he sees the train, sees people looking at him, and he squats down and just watches the train pass. They put it up on Facebook. Of course, the world goes crazy.
Fake looking.
It is not fake.
It is, too. It looks just like the Patterson thing. It's just...
The Patterson one, I don't think has ever been fully disproved. It did.
Yeah, it was on the deathbed. Didn't the dude say it was fake?
One of the dudes, like brothers, said that or something. We need to chase down that story because I'm not so sure. I still think it's inconclusive. Because you had experts on the Patterson film, which came out in the 60s, and there were all sorts of anthropologists? I don't know. People who were experts in animal bodies who measured and did all these calculations and said there's no way that could have been a person in a suit.
Agree.
That it had to have been a creature from another unknown origin.
Those were fake experts trying to pump up a false storyline. Look, if we had a Bigfoot, we would have had a body by now. We would have had a legitimate sighting.
No.
And with
Secretive.
all these trail cams, we would have had a legitimate sighting.
No, they can sense trail cams.
No, they can't.
Well, would you let me read what the expert said about this?
Okay.
You may actually be very pleasantly surprised by what the expert said on this, Giorgio.
All right.
Sounds like you'll like it. So they talked to Bigfoot expert Michael Rugg.
That's another funny name.
And he says, quote, and I quote, I have to say, I looked at the video, and the creature had a strong possibility of being a guy in a suit. Mm-hmm. It didn't look right to me. It's not muscular enough. There's not enough detail to be able to judge it, but it wouldn't surprise me if somebody from another Bigfoot museum was just out to build up publicity. So what do you think of that, George? Sounds credible, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You believe his explanation?
Yeah.
I note that he said strong possibility, not strong probability.
Yeah, he's got a point there, Giorgio. Rugg is the curator of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum in California. And but he is an expert, and he kind of shoots down this video. Now, he obviously does believe Bigfoot exists. They are out there, he told the New York Post. I saw one when I was a child. It was a great big hairy man about 2 or 3 feet taller than my parents. And the one I saw had a plaid shirt just on its arm.
May have been the great Gregor.
Who?
May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Who are y'all talking about?
Former producer here.
I figured it took it off a clothesline, got it up to the armpit, and it wouldn't go further because it was too small for him. Or it was between innings, and he was keeping the old thrower warm.
Right.
Yeah, does this video make y'all think that Bigfoot is a catcher? Because it looks like he just
he
walks
down.
over and squats down, and he's ready to take a pitch.
Rugg said that when he was a kid, he was not in fear of the beast when he saw it because he had no preconceptions of the creature. And as to why Bigfoot is so mysterious, Rugg has a few ideas.
Okay.
Quote, I think the Bigfoot observed humans years ago and watched us annihilate the buffalo as a sport. and take land away from indigenous people.
Mm-hmm.
And they think these hairless creatures known as humans are dangerous.
Why didn't he do something about it? Why didn't he try to help out the Native Americans?
They don't have the numbers.
Yeah, but he's got the strength. He could have clobbered.
Yeah, they have the strength of 10 men. One big feet is worth like 100 guys.
They don't have enough big feet.
Rugg continues, but it's a mystery, especially a scientific mystery.
No, it's not.
He also adds this. Some people think it's an extraterrestrial because it has mind speak.
Okay.
Did you realize that big feet have mind speak?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That you just stand there and you look at it and you can hear it talking to you inside your head.
Boy, that would help as a
detail.
catcher, too. They wouldn't even need the
mind speak,
the pitch comm.
Maybe Big Feet has just been using pitch comm this whole time, and we thought it was mind speak. He continues, other people think they come from another dimension and pop in and out of ours from time to time.
Interesting.
I'm on the fence. I allow for all of them because maybe it's not just one thing going on, and that's why it's so fascinating.
Look, I hope it's real. I hope they find this Bigfoot and he signs with the Rockies or the Nuggets or something.
You're forcing a very serious thing into comedic
as
situations.
Adults,
I don't
we just
appreciate
all
it.
need to let this go. Bigfoot is not out there. That's him to fire up his
firing up his team.
Let's be great. But
if he did play baseball, he would be an extremely dominant pitcher, right?
Yeah,
like his fastball would
power
be
hitter, but
200 miles an hour.
I think he'd have control.
Well,
problems.
he would do both. He would be one of those rare athletes.
Ohtani.
He'd be like Ohtani. He could bat and pitch.
Or he'd be a great catcher. We've seen he can squat. He would throw out every runner at second.
Yeah.
And
of course, he probably wouldn't wait for the pitcher to duck, and he would go right through the pitcher's head, throwing out a guy at second. Just burn a hole straight through.
Can you imagine him blocking the plate?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, no one wants any part of that.
Yeah, guy would just rear up halfway to home and just say, "Okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's fine."
Wait a minute. On nights he's not pitching, would you put him in the outfield to make just some amazing home run robbing catches?
Yeah, don't they have leaping abilities? Like they can leap half a tall building?
I don't know that they're fast, though. Could he track down a ball to the alley?
Yeah, they do seem to lumber.
Yeah.
They don't really run, they lumber.
With that stride, he's going to cover a lot of ground. I don't know. We got to get him on the clock and see what kind of speed he has.
He would be an undisciplined player, though, wouldn't he?
I don't know.
I don't think he'd understand all the rules of the game.
I think Boch would get him to play the way you would want him to play.
Well, yeah, Bigfoot had a great game tonight. Love to hear him talking about Bigfoot.
He would be way too scared to pull him out of a game, though. After a mound visit, how do you put your hand on the back of Bigfoot and ask for the ball?
Yeah, boy, Mike Maddox had to reach way up, get on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's all right, buddy.
It's all right, Bigfoot. You did great out here, but we're going to go ahead. What? No. He mind speaks into Maddox and said, Bigfoot staying in.
We had his pitch count tonight at 250, and he...
Yeah, one of those nights he just doesn't have command, kills about 5 people in the stands.
Well, it's great. We had Bigfoot 2.0 talk.
Yeah,
We've done
did.
this in like 28 years.
I love Bigfoot talk.
All right, Gordo, thank you. That's the O-Deck.
Get the Steak Podcast at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
All right, last week, I finally had one of those weeks. George, you had a 4-game lead on me going into last week, and I closed all of that last week.
I've been waiting for it. You're like the Astros. I've just been waiting for you to come back and catch me at some point.
That means in the end, though, I'm going to lose.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I went 12-3 last week to win the week. I differed a lot from you and our P1 Eddie in the colleges and the pros, and I hit most of those. You went 8-7, and Eddie went 7-8. So a losing week for the P1s. So for the season now, you and I are tied for first place. We're both 66-37, and the P1s collectively are way in the rearview mirror at 54-49.
Okay, yeah, we're way ahead of the P1s.
The only thing Eddie did well last week, high schools, he was a perfect 5-0.
Okay, Eddie.
Then he completely fell apart in the colleges and pros.
That'll happen. All right, let's see what Aaron from Coppell can do this morning. Good morning, Aaron. Uh-oh. What was that?
Good morning.
Oh, there we got you. Had some sort of weird fallout there, but now we got you. Hi, you listen to our show every day? You a good P1?
Yeah, I listen to it every morning, and I grew up listening to it with my dad. So.
Oh, gosh. So you're a lot younger than us then.
I'm 32.
Yeah, not that much younger.
Not that much.
Just a couple of years.
Yeah, just a few years. All right, how long you lived in Coppell?
I've lived in Coppell for 3 years, but I grew up in Arlington.
Okay. I used to live in Coppell. It's a fine town.
It is. I enjoy it.
All right, what's your level of football expertise?
I would say it's about a 7 out of 10. I watch a lot of football, huge Cowboy fan, and huge Longhorn fan.
Okay. Well, sounds like you know what you're talking about. So here we go, Aaron. We're going to pick 5 high school, 5 college, 5 pro games. We start off in the high school ranks, and this is being called the Game of the Year in District 11 6A. Last year's Division I champ, Duncanville, against 6A Division II champ, DeSoto. It's at DeSoto.
Very, very familiar with both of these teams, these schools, these towns. I know how much it means. Give me Duncanville.
Aaron, what do you think?
Duncanville to upset DeSoto at home.
Yeah. I don't know if that's an upset or not. Is Duncanville ranked number 1? They may be. I think they're ranked number 1. But, yeah, they're pretty darn even. I'll take the Panthers of Duncanville to win the game. This is basically for the District 4 6A championship, Southlake at Byron Nelson.
This is easy because it's a football school against a golf school, so give me Southlake Carroll.
Aaron.
Southlake.
Yeah, give me Riley Dodge and the Southlake Dragons. Okay, District 5 6A. This is basically for that title tonight. McKinney is in Denton to take on Geyer.
So we've done some kind of crazy merry-go-round here. 2 weeks ago, I picked McKinney to beat Allen, and then Allen destroyed McKinney.
Yeah.
So the next week, Allen was playing Geyer, and based on that previous week, I picked Allen to beat Geyer, and Geyer beat Allen.
Yep.
So once again, I've learned my lesson, I think. Don't pick against Geyer, ever.
That's the lesson.
So give me Geyer.
What do you think, Aaron?
Geyer.
Yeah, I like Geyer, too. I'm going to go with that rule, don't pick against him.
Aaron's kind of like the goose. Very quick,
Very
emphatic guesses.
Quick and confident. I like it. District 5-5A tonight. Mansfield Timberview is at Richland, and apparently last week, Mansfield Timberview beat Sunset 90-0.
Oh, my God. Well, then give me Timberview.
What do you say, Aaron?
I'm taking Mansfield Timberview.
Yeah, I'll go Timberview after that waffle stomp last week. And let's crank up the computer and get our random pick of the week.
Yo. What up, users? I'm the adolescent skateboard man computer. Let me be the first to say, welcome back to the DF Dub. We all just been chilling here waiting for you to bring back some of that fly. And they be hardware, but you freaking losers didn't even care enough about your own listeners to win. And losing to a dead guy, that's about as dumbass as it gets. That's okay. All you boomers are dead to me anyway. Ha ha ha. I'm laughing my cool and edgy ass off. Well, let's get on to the high school game of the week. In this week's high school game of the week, we have the Van Vandals traveling by van to take on the Carthage Hannibal Burrs. And that bad is your Don Harris / Craig Ways love child high school game of the week. Peace out, you dill lickers.
Ha 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 ya ha ya ha.
Jeez.
Goodness.
That is a big matchup in Class 4A. That is 10th ranked Van, the Vandals, at number 1 ranked Carthage.
Laughing his cool and edgy ass off. Carthage.
Aaron.
I coached basketball in East Texas for a few years, and Carthage was in our division, so I'm going to go with Carthage.
Man, she knows what she's talking about, sounds like. I'll go Carthage, too, to win the game.
Okay, Aaron, let's pick college and pro games. We pick these games against the spread. College football. Tomorrow in the Big 12, Oklahoma at Kansas. The Jayhawks at home getting 9.
Okay, I saw this game described as a border rivalry. Have you ever thought that about the OU-Kansas football matchup?
I think I've watched 50 of these. In fact, the first OU game I ever went to was that was Baylor. The second game I ever went to was an OU-Kansas game. I have never once thought about it as a border rivalry. Not once.
Last time Kansas won was 1997.
Kansas has some significant upsets in this rivalry. 1975, they ended the Sooners' win streak. 1984 was a major upset. And I think Kansas is good enough to keep it close, and Oklahoma, I think, has shown, like last week against UCF, they're going to play a lot of tight games. So give me Kansas and the 9.
Yeah, I like Kansas and the 9 too.
You got to ask Aaron. Oh, it's my turn to ask Aaron. Sorry, my bad. Aaron, who do you like?
Kansas started off the season well, but they're a basketball school. I'm taking the Sooners.
All right. Gosh, her confidence worries me.
I know. She's going to beat us.
Brigham Young getting 19 at Texas, Ja.
19? BYU just hasn't been getting blown out by people. I guess TCU blew them out, though.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though, I don't think so. What if Malik is somewhat wheels off? Give me BYU in the 19.
Aaron?
I think Texas wins, but they didn't look too good against Houston last week, so I'm gonna say Texas wins, but BYU covers the spread.
I like BYU as well. Texas starting a new quarterback, even though he played last week, but it's his first start. And BYU seems to be tougher than most people give them credit for, so I like the Cougars and the 19. In the SEC, South Carolina getting 14.5 at College Station against the Aggies.
Georgia only beat South Carolina by 10, so I'm thinking the Aggies won't cover tomorrow, if they do even win against South Carolina. So, yeah, give me the Gamecocks.
Aaron, sorry about Georgia's language.
That's their mascot.
I'm going to take South Carolina also.
Give me Texas A&M.
Okay.
Had some time to get ready for this one, and they need a big performance, and they're at home. Give me the Aggies. All right, the world's largest cocktail party. Sorry about the language, Aaron. Georgia against Florida. The Gators getting 14.5, George.
I don't think that's enough. Give me the Dogs.
Aaron.
Georgia.
Yep, I agree. Georgia. And Oregon at Utah. Big one in the Pac-12. Utah getting 6.5.
Utah is so tough, but I think Oregon's got too much, and I think they'll cover. Give me the Duckies.
Aaron?
I'm also going to take Oregon over Utah.
I am taking Utah.
Okay.
Utah plays good teams really, really well. They're a tough team to beat there. And while Oregon might beat them, I love Utah at home getting 6.5.
All right. To the National Football League we go. In the NFC East, Philadelphia visits Washington. The Commanders are getting 7 at home.
I like Philly here.
Aaron, who you like?
I hate the Eagles, but I'm going to have to pick them.
Yeah, I like Philly. And picks with friends, this was 6.5, and I made it my triple on the Eagles. I feel good about them just going in there and whooping up on the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think this is a strange one. Jacksonville at Pittsburgh, and the Steelers are getting 2.5 at home. To me, that's a pick'em game, but 2.5 for the Steelers.
I like Jacksonville here. I
still like Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think they're getting their act together. I think they're the better team. I think you're right. It's a weird line, but I'll take Jacksonville.
What do you like, Aaron?
I have a coworker that's a huge Steelers fan, so I'm going to pick it for her. Steelers take the win.
Okay, yeah, I like Pittsburgh getting 2.5 for some reason, so I'll take them at home. Cleveland's getting 3.5 at Seattle.
I like the Seahawks at home.
Aaron?
Seahawks.
I'll go Seahawks as well. Take care of business there. Cincinnati is at San Francisco. They're getting 4 points. This is a Sam Darnold start, right?
Yep.
Brock Purdy is out.
As far as we know right now, concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Are the 49ers going to lose 3 in a row? I don't think so. Give me San Francisco.
What do you like, Aaron?
The 49ers are for sure going to lose 3 in a row. Go Cincy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're going to lose 3 in a row. I think they'll take care of business and win by at least 4 at home. Give me the 49er. And then that brings us to Sunday at noon. Don't forget, Football Theater 1310 here on the ticket as the game is going on. It's a fun way to watch and listen. The Rams are getting 6 at the Death Star against the Cowboys.
I think the Rams can make it a tough game, but I see Dallas's pass rush getting to Matt Stafford in the second half and the Cowboys pulling away and winning by more than 6. Give me Dallas.
What do you think, Aaron?
Mike McCarthy's historically good after a bye week. I'm going to be at the game on Sunday. Go Cowboys.
Okay, yes, he is. He's 9-4 with the Packers, 2-1 with the Cowboys after the bye. I'll go with the Cowboys, too, to cover the 6. All right, Aaron. Seems like you did a really good job there.
Thank you, guys. I enjoyed it.
We did, too. Have
Good
a great
luck.
weekend.
You too. Go Cowboys.
Okay, go Cowboys. That's Aaron from Coppell. Up next, we got Gordo with Muse in the News.
It's way too expensive to sell at a World Series next. Let me just tell you that I'm shocked that I put up a picture. I posted a picture on X, Twitter, whatever it's called, of just a building in New York and wanted to just talk about the architecture of it and everything, and somehow the discussion really devolved.
Quit trolling people on Twitter.
I don't know why. I mean,
Stop it.
I didn't even notice that it was a photo of the world headquarters of Pfizer, the makers of, I guess, a vaccine or something. And just people started arguing in the comments, and it really just shocked me.
Did the name Fauci come up?
Yeah. Of course it did. I tweeted, "Hey, Twitter world, look at this cool building we just passed. Anybody have any opinions on its architecture? I love exchanging ideas on Twitter. Let's have a community discussion."
Hey,
I mean, I couldn't
Twitter
have been nicer. And people just completely started ragging on me, ragging on...
No way.
Yeah, the government. Anyway, let's continue on with our top story. I do have an interesting and welcomed correction. Yesterday at this time, we talked about the shooting that happened in Maine, and at the time, the number of dead was floated out there as being around 22. They revised that. It's 18 killed, 13 injured. So there's still some people in the hospital over this, but the death toll isn't as high as we thought it was yesterday at this time, but still horrific and sickening. The dude who did this shooting is still on the loose. They're still looking for him. He's a 40-year-old guy, and he served time in the reserves, right? He was Army Reserves. He goes to a bowling alley, shoots it up there. There are 7 people that were killed at the bowling alley, 6 males and 1 female, died of apparent gunshot wounds. And then 4 miles away, he goes to this Shemingi's Bar and Grill, 4 miles away, and in there, 7 males inside that establishment were killed, and 1 outside of it was killed. And then 3 other people died at an area hospital. So they're investigating whether he was targeting a specific individual who is believed to be a current or former girlfriend. And no word on whether or not she was one of the ones that was killed, because there is 1 female listed in the death toll. But she may have worked at one of those locations. So they think there's a connection to these locations.
Yeah, people who knew him said that he took the breakup really, really poorly.
Mm-hmm. They are looking for him right now. They did find his car, which was near a boat launch, I think, near a river. And his neighbor, who grew up around this guy's family, And the family owns like hundreds of acres, and they're farmers. And it's in a pretty wooded area that surrounds them. The neighbor claims that if this guy wants to hunker down and hide for a while, that he can do it.
He's an outdoorsman. He's familiar with that area. And,
Grew up there, and the woods are incredibly thick there. The neighbor says, I mean, you can hardly get into the woods, and you can't see more than 10 feet into the woods because it's so thick. This guy also had a couple other vehicles registered to him. He has a motorcycle and a jet ski. So could those have also been used as part of his escape? They're searching for him on the waterways to find out if he had a boat or something like that, and that's why he abandoned his car near that boat launch, because he had a boat there that he was going to get away in. But he did apparently have some planning and foresight to this. He left his phone behind, I think, at either one of the scenes or maybe at his house. I couldn't tell when they were reporting on it which one of those possibilities they were saying happened. But so they couldn't track him. He knew they would track his cell phone. So
and he's a marksman in the military?
Yeah,
was.
They originally said that he was a firearms instructor. That was in the first bulletin they put out on him, the main law enforcement put out on him. But in a subsequent one, they had not repeated that. So I don't know if that has changed. He had reported mental health issues. He was hearing voices, according to the law enforcement bulletin that was put out. And he had threatened to shoot up the National Guard base nearby. And he was reported to have been committed to a mental health facility for 2 weeks over the summer. No word on what is the gun. Have they said what gun he was using? It says semi-automatic rifle with an extended magazine and scope.
Geez.
Still on the loose. People up there, you think you're freaking out if you live up there?
Yeah.
I did hear that one of the Maine senators who's been very anti-gun control has now reversed field. He announced last night that he thinks they need to pass anti-gun legislation. And he had gotten an A+ score from the NRA, which they've probably dropped that score this morning down to a C-.
Yeah, don't they subtract points from you if you come out against them.
Yeah.
You don't test as well with them.
Jeez.
So he's capable of hiding for a long time. Do you think that they will... All right, in your estimation as professional broadcasters who routinely lose awards, do you think that they will have him captured within the next week?
No.
No, but they will capture him. I'm afraid it's going to take longer than a week.
Or do you think that he will not be captured alive like he did the Brian Laundrie thing and went out and stuck his head in an alligator's mouth?
I think he's hiding somewhere, and I think it'll take a while to find him, based on what his friend said. And I think when they do find him, they'll probably have a fight on their hands if he's a marksman and he's got a lot of weaponry. But then I bet when they close in, he takes his own life. That's my prediction that I've thought way too much about.
Gosh, you have.
But you know what? That prison escapee a couple of weeks ago, he was on the loose for about a week, and he doesn't have the skill that this guy has to stay out in the woods.
Right.
So if he was out there for a week and they couldn't find him, I bet they don't find this guy for a while.
All right, George, you're saying...
I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the business of making predictions on mass killers.
You actually are. Right
no,
now,
I'm not.
You've been asked on local radio for comment, and you must make a comment.
I don't guess as to what Hollywood death has happened in the last 24 hours.
How about this, then? What Hollywood death will happen before they capture this guy?
Robert Redford.
Ooh, okay.
That's his go-to.
Good one.
No, I don't play that game.
Good one. Well, you have to guess.
I don't play WoWie. I don't play all those dumb games.
Wait, what is WoWie?
Yeah, what is that? Never heard of it.
Wow. That's not my voice. There was a note that the guy left at his home. It has been described as a suicide note addressed to his son.
God.
But the note does not provide any information that indicates a motive for the mass shooting. That according to one report.
How old is this guy?
40.
Man.
40. Let's see. Listen to what they're going to be selling at the World Series at the ballpark. A $250 concession item.
Looks like it'll feed like 8 people, though, right?
Yeah.
10 people.
Yeah, so it may work out to be a pretty good little deal.
Yeah.
Pretty good little deal. $250. It consists of 3 sandwiches. The first sandwich is a 2-foot-long lobster roll topped with beef tenderloin. And then I think that they have, you also get a 2-foot-long loaded hot dog. That's the boomstick.
Yeah.
The boomstick. A 2-foot-long beef patty topped with chili, cheese, jalapeno, and onion rings. That's called the boomstick burger, and that's what I call a taco right there. Which it actually is a taco, right? If it's in a hot dog type bun.
Technically, I guess.
Doesn't it have to be in a tortilla to be a taco? Not
I
a
think
bun?
hot dogs are tacos.
No, it's got to be a tortilla.
I don't know. I just think you just have to have some sort of breading surrounding 3 sides makes it a taco.
I don't think
it has
so.
to be a
When
crispy
we did
tortilla to be a
sandwich
taco.
classifications, I thought that's what we determined.
No.
I think you can say that a taco is a sandwich, but you can't say that a sandwich is a taco.
That's right.
If the sandwich is enclosed on 3 sides and open on one, it's a taco. It's always a taco.
No.
A hot dog is always a taco.
A taco is only a taco if it's a tortilla.
What's not a sandwich? Okay, that's way too general of a question. That's a weird drop. And then an open-faced burger is toast, right?
Sure.
Because if it's just bread on one side, that's toast.
That's a lot of food, even for 10 people. I bet they couldn't tackle that.
It also comes with a mini helmet loaded with plates, napkins, and silverware.
Not ice cream.
It's called the 3-strike lobster roll.
Wait a minute. A mini helmet with plates?
Yeah, I don't
It's got to
understand
be
how
a
they're doing
regular
that.
size helmet if it's got plates in it. You can't put plates in a mini helmet.
When I was a kid, I loved when you got the mini helmet with a slushie inside it or ice cream or something like that.
You bet.
That was so cool. Why, as kids, were we such suckers for, oh, man, you can go and I want to get every helmet in the Major League, so I got to go up and eat ice cream every day at the convenience store.
At our old job, we worked with a guy who wore a dress shirt,
fake story,
tie, and slacks every day with a plastic batting helmet. It was a Cubs batting helmet.
Nobody wore a batting helmet as everyday.
George and I
we did.
swear to the God above that is the truth.
Every day.
And we have former employees, former coworkers that'll vouch for that.
And is he the same guy that fought hard for you?
Yes.
Yes. And he didn't take it off when he got to work. He kept it on and went around the office
while
all
wearing
day
a
long.
suit.
Yeah.
That's
or
insane.
a tie.
So how did he fight hard for you?
So that was the day where at our old job they fired like a third of the staff. And he came out of the office of the boss, and I was like the low guy on the totem pole. And he said that he had been let go, but that he fought hard for me to stay. And then we turned that into what we envisioned was him in the boss's office on his knees saying, "Please fire Craig. Please keep me. No matter what you do, fire Craig. He's worthless."
When he came out,
probably not
self-reported that he had fought hard for you.
Yeah, he took his batting helmet off and put it over his heart and said, "Hey, I promise I'm going to be a better employee."
And then
I told the boss, "You can take me, but please, whatever you do, save Craig Miller."
And then you turned it into a musical.
I fought hard for your bubble, so hard for your bubble. Did he really call people Bubba?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We used to call each other. It's a long story.
Okay. Anyway.
We'll be referring to each other as Bubba tomorrow.
Yes.
Y'all still talk to him?
It's our 40-year anniversary of going to college.
Yeah, how about that? We're having a college reunion tomorrow.
Were you a big dog in school?
Donnie has a question for you.
I haven't talked to that guy in forever. I don't know what happened to him.
I didn't either.
The man who fought so hard for you.
Yep.
and you don't even keep in contact with
The
him.
man who fought so hard for me that he was begging the boss to fire me.
Okay. In other news, the NHL has suspended the Ottawa Senators forward Shane Pinto for 41 games. This is the first modern-day hockey player that has been banned for sports gambling.
Uh-oh.
The league said that the half-season ban was for activities related to sports wagering, although they found no evidence that he bet on NHL games. So I don't understand. Are you not allowed to bet on sports if you are a player?
No, remember, we've had some problems with that in the NFL. And in the college ranks, too. Kids have been suspended.
But if it's
for betting
legal...
on games. Yeah, but it's...
I mean, I get having the ban, you can't bet on games that you're involved in. That makes sense. I got you there. But why can't you bet on... I mean, this guy sounds like he's not even betting on NHL games. He's not allowed to bet on any sports? That seems a little restrictive.
The NFL has that, too, where you can't ban on other sports inside team facilities.
Right. That's where they got in trouble.
Right.
They were placing their bets from their phones in the facility.
What difference does that make? There's got to be some logic to it.
They're betting at the facility, even though these NFL teams will take on
sponsorships
and casino money and all that, but just don't bet if you're a player.
So wait,
or coach.
The team can make money on betting. The betting industry.
The betting industry, yet not betting.
So he was in violation of their collective bargaining agreement. Their latest CBA between the NHL and the Players Association states gambling on any NHL game is prohibited. And
which they said he didn't do. They found no evidence that he did that.
So he was just betting on other sporting events?
Yeah.
Not just other NHL games not involving his team.
They didn't release a lot of details, but they did say that they didn't find any evidence that he had bet on NHL games. That's what's so confusing to me. But he released a statement, said, I want to apologize to the National Hockey League and all Texas fans.
But if you have a player betting thousands and thousands of dollars on football or whatever the sport, you could see why there's concern there. How to end a losing streak. Well, I know this. I don't think we have a chance at Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah, but you can't bet on your own thing. I mean, I get why they make a rule. You can't bet on your own games or even, let's say, NHL. Okay, your own sport. But why can't this guy bet on football? That doesn't make any sense.
It says his account was flagged because of unusual activity, but also in that CBA it says players and those working for a team or the league are allowed to bet on non-NHL events.
Yeah.
So I wonder why it was flagged.
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
It's a mystery. Baldy, you're our hockey expert.
Doing some research and haven't found anything yet, but I'll get back to you.
Thank you, kind sir. Well, that's being on top of it right there.
Dang right.
According to industry estimates, Americans have wagered over $220 billion on sports in the first 5 years since the Supreme Court decided that we could have legalized sports wagering back in 2018.
Man. Our birthdays?
Birthdays today. Actor-comedian John Cleese is 84.
Greatness.
The ticket's own.
Wow.
Lee Greenwood, 81. What was his big song? Bad Man America. Country singer guitarist Jack Daniels of Highway 101 is 74. Fran Lebowitz, 73. We did not run into her in New York City. I was looking for her. Didn't run into her. Actor-director Roberto Benigni from Life is Beautiful is 71. Man. Didn't he Me Too like Halle Berry or somebody at the Oscars once? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like he won the award and he bent over the woman who was up there to present it to him and planted a kiss on her.
I remember Adrian Brody did that to Halle Berry.
Oh, man. Yeah. Sorry.
Jeez.
I meant to say happy birthday, Roberto Benigni. Simon Lebon of Duran Duran is 65.
I think it's own.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry Rappaport, CSI and NYPD Blue is 46. Kelly Osbourne.
That's not Kelly.
Well, that's her dad. It's her dad. Troy, this is ironic. Troy Gentile of the Goldbergs is 30. You watch the Goldbergs?
No.
And turning 64 today, Rick Carlisle.
Wow.
No.
Brought the Mavericks a title.
Yep.
The very friendly Rick Carlisle.
Now,
All right, Gordo, thank you. That's Muse and the News. 7:33 on the ticket. Coming up next, Friday morning Scattershooting.
And now it's time for Friday morning Scattershooting with your old pal, Junior Miller, right here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Scattershooting while wondering why carved Halloween pumpkins all have such terrible teeth. Every single one of them.
Yeah, I know. No one ever really does a really... Well, nobody has a good dental plan in the jack-o'-lantern community.
The Rangers are back in the World Series with a really quick bad-to-good turnaround. This team lost 102 games just 2 seasons ago. Their opponents, the Diamondbacks, lost 110 games 2 seasons ago. Texas and Arizona are now the 5th and 6th teams all-time to reach the World Series within 2 years of losing 100 games, joining the 1914 Braves, the 67 Red Sox, the 69 Mets, and the 2008 Tampa Bay Rays. The Rangers and Diamondbacks combined for a .537 winning percentage in the regular season. That's the lowest winning percentage by teams reaching the championship in Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NFL, or the NHL in the last 32 years, since the 1991 Stanley Cup final between the Penguins and North Stars, who were a combined below 500 at .488. When the Diamondbacks were born back in 1998, they needed a nickname. Owner Jerry Colangelo wanted them to be called Arizona to represent the entire state, and they held a contest for the nickname. The 5 finalists were Coyotes, Diamondbacks, Phoenix, Rattlers, and Scorpions. A local design firm submitted logo ideas for all 5 nicknames, and by a 12-1 vote, the Scorpions logo won. But Colangelo hated Scorpions, so he nixed that nickname and logo, which moved everyone to their next favorite, Diamondbacks, because of the way it played off the baseball diamond thing. And thus the Arizona Diamondbacks were named.
I think they hit on the right one. I always thought it was a good team name, good logo, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a weird name.
It's better than Scorpions.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But I don't think Diamondbacks is all that great. 888-787-1310.
Texas can snap the second longest MLB title drought if they can take care of Arizona. Cleveland has the longest current title drought. It's been 75 seasons since their 1948 World Series win. Then the Rangers/Senators drought of 63 seasons, which is the longest drought for a franchise that hasn't won one.
It's got to happen someday. It's got to happen.
One of the bench coaches for Arizona will look familiar to Rangers fans. Former Texas skipper Jeff Bannister will be in the dugout for the Diamondbacks. Banny has been a coach for Arizona on Torey Lovullo's staff since last season.
Banny Rooster.
Rangers skipper Bruce Bochy is managing in his 5th World Series. Did you know that Rangers legend Nolan Ryan faced over 22,000 batters in his big league career and gave up just 1 walk-off home run? And did you know the person who hit that 1 walk-off home run was Bruce Bochy?
Boch? Wow.
It was on July 1st, 1985. Ryan pitching for the Astros, Bochy hitting for the Padres. It happened in the 10th inning. The starter, Ryan, still on the mound, having thrown 150 pitches.
Golly.
A couple of days later at the park, Bochy was shagging fly balls in the outfield next to Ryan, who was tossing in the bullpen. Ryan shouted, "Hey, Boch, I got something for you next time." He then dropped down and threw one about 95 miles an hour right where Bochy's head would have been, and they both had a big laugh.
That's great.
In Game 6 of the ALCS, the Rangers' Adolis Garcia did something that had never been done before. The Golden Sombrero, 4 strikeouts, followed by a grand slam in the same game. On the all-time list of the most Golden Sombreros, Former Phillies slugger Ryan Howard is the leader with 27 in his career, followed by former Ranger and Oriole Chris Davis with 26, then Reggie Jackson with 23. Other notables on the all-time sombrero top 10, Bo Jackson had 19, former Ranger Joey Gallo 18, and former Ranger Sammy Sosa 17. Sosa is also one of just 3 players with a platinum sombrero, which is 5 strikeouts in a 9-inning game. 8 players have had 6 strikeout games, all extra inning affairs. And as of this broadcast, there's no official sombrero name for a 6 strikeout performance. The professional baseball record for strikeouts in a single game belongs to Khalil Lee, playing Class A ball for the Lexington Legends, who struck out 8 times in a 21-inning game back in 2017. It was a big day for Dallas Cowboys legend Roger Staubach last Saturday in Annapolis, Maryland, at the Navy Air Force game. Roger, who of course starred at the Naval Academy, winning the Heisman Trophy and later becoming the first midshipman ever elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was honored by his alma mater at halftime. His uniform number 12 is now painted on the Navy field at the 12-yard line on each end as a tribute to their greatest player.
How great is that? I always tout A Football Life. I think Rogers is the best one. It is so good.
Really good.
From his days at Navy and, of course, what happened here. But like that when they showed that footage of him getting the Heisman and he gave the special signal to his friends, waving his hand under his chin on national TV, doing bits.
Best story in the NFL this week was that of Bears' Tyson Bagent. He's the first undrafted rookie quarterback from a Division II school to start an NFL game since 1950, and he won, beating the Raiders at Soldier Field. Bagent from Shepherd University in Shepherdsville, West Virginia, was 21 of 29 for 162 yards, 1 touchdown, and no turnovers.
We need to do a segment on him. He's really interesting. His Division II numbers, I don't care what division you're playing at, are just off the charts.
Yeah, he threw for 5,400 yards last year.
And I think 150-something career touchdowns.
Current Oregon quarterback Bo Nix set a record last week when he made his 54th start. That's the most starts ever by a college quarterback, breaking the old mark of 53 career starts done by both Kellen Moore of Boise State and Colt McCoy of Texas. Some basketball trivia with the season tipping off this week. LeBron James broke Kareem's all-time NBA scoring record last season, but LeBron isn't the all-time professional scoring record holder. He's 1,700 points behind Brazilian basketball legend Oscar Schmidt, who is the world's all-time scoring leader with 49,737 points over 29 pro seasons. If LeBron does have a good chance to break that record too late this season if he stays healthy. In marathon news this month, Kenya's Kelvin Kiptum became the first person to break 2 hours, 1 minute in a record-eligible marathon, running 26.1 miles in 2 hours and 35 seconds at the Chicago Marathon, taking 34 seconds off the world record, which had been set by his compatriot Eliud Kipchoge in Berlin last year. The legit sub-2-hour marathon is about to happen. For those wondering, that's a per-mile pace of 4 minutes and 36 seconds.
Whoa.
For 26 miles.
Jeez.
This week's least competent criminals are Raymond Gomez and brothers Jonathan Arista and Jeffrey Arista, who kidnapped a man outside his apartment in Plantation, Florida, and drove him to a home nearby, but then realized they had the wrong guy. They threatened him with an electric drill and a firearm and attempted to waterboard him before deciding he might be able to lure their intended victim to them. The kidnappers drove him to his place of business where the other man was, but the original victim phoned in a bomb threat in order to get an immediate response from police, and the suspects were arrested. They now face life in prison.
Jeez. Golly.
And finally, with Halloween right around the corner, do you know why monsters don't eat ghosts? It's because they taste like sheet.
That is so dumb, and I will be reusing it.
That's Friday Morning Scattershooting, proudly announcing a partnership with Major League Baseball as the official radio segment of the World Series.
Thanks for hanging out with your old pal Junior Miller for another edition of Friday Morning Scattershooting. We'll see you next Friday, right here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Words can be difficult. We'll find that out in the emergency break of the week here in 4 minutes.
It's time for the emergency break of the week.
Who does he join, DJ? Do you know?
Gary Wright and Steve Harwell of Smash Mouth.
God, dude.
Deserves so much better.
What a loser trifecta for the great Brooks Robinson.
Well, he's going to alpha that.
He's got
trifecta.
Soft music and then Smash Mouth guy who might be a Nazi.
That moment when programming is brought to a complete halt.
Allegedly.
Don't take up for him. All right, Dave, let's do some E-News.
Just put his hand up that way. Just
hello.
By a wheels-off comment or technical meltdown.
TV's coming back.
The Ticket.
All right, let's talk about your nip. Nip?
Yes, please. Hello.
Let's not talk about your nips. Let's talk about your hips.
You want to see them?
No, just leave me alone. It's a long week. Let's talk about your hips, your back, your shoulders.
Let's see who yanked the brake the hardest this week on the Little Ticket.
Yeah, the e-brake. It's brought to us by Crawford Services AC and Plumbing. We're going to give you 3 candidates. You get to vote on them. 888-787-1310. Okay, we had some funny words this week. Candidate number 1, rarely nominated for the e-brake, but up this week, one Craig Miller. I didn't think he said it that funny until we revisited this, but you screw in a light
bulb.
You nailed it that time. This tripped us up the other day when we were talking about bulbs.
Adolis Garcia had the grand slam last night to put the game away, is nicknamed El Bombi, but that is not because he hits bombs, not because he's a big home run guy. He got that nickname as a kid because his friends thought his head was shaped like a light bulb. And so Bombi, I guess, is bulb.
You say bulb weird.
Bulb?
Bulb.
Bulb?
I say bulb.
Bulb.
Yeah.
Bulb.
Yeah. Light bulb.
You were saying bulb.
I was?
Yeah.
Bulb.
You did it again.
This is bulb, 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 bulb.
Bulb, bulb.
So I say
bulb.
it like it has an O.
I don't know.
Right.
We
bulb.
got
Light bulb.
We got it isolated here. Let's see.
Bulb.
Bulb.
Yeah, there was a bit of a bulb.
B-A-L-L-B. Bulb.
Bulb. Bulb.
I've never noticed
bulb.
that before.
Bulb. 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 Bulb.
Yeah. It's 2 different things.
Bulb.
Yeah, I can't figure out what's live and what's not.
I know. My head's exploding.
I did like it's almost like a tennis match going back and forth. Bulb, bulb,
bulb,
bulb,
bulb, bulb, bulb.
All right, one more time.
Adolis Garcia had the grand slam last night to put the game away, is nicknamed El Bombi, but that is not because he hits bombs, not because he's a big home run guy. He got that nickname as a kid because his friends thought his head was shaped like a light bulb. And so Bombi, I guess, is bulb. You
say bulb weird.
Bulb.
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 I say bulb.
Bulb.
Yeah.
Bulb.
Yeah. Light bulb.
You were saying bulb.
I was.
Yeah.
Bulb.
You did it again.
That's so confusing.
It's a weird word when you say it over and over.
Yeah, bulb.
Bulb.
Bulb?
It's a bulb.
Stop it. All right, there's Junior up for candidate number 1. Candidate number 2, I always have a hard time with this pronunciation. Is it Joyce Durham? No, it's George Dunham. Up once again, and I had a hard time deciding if I was going to say in between or in betwixt, which I never really say. As we were having bagel talk the other day, and this happened.
Anyway, I had one bite of that pumpernickel bagel, and then I had to open the door of their Oldsmobile station wagon and not hurl, but get rid of it. Get rid of it.
What about
because I don't like rye bread. It wasn't anything with their bagels necessarily. I just didn't know what pumpernickel was. Oh, that sounds like a funny name. I'll try that one.
What about a bagel with a little egg and bacon in between?
Boy, that sounded. What happened?
I don't know.
Your voice went weird.
I was right between.
You
in
went
between and in
betwixt.
betwixt.
What? In between.
You sounded like the guy who's running the press conferences in the ALCS.
Okay, right over your boat. Yeah, that was really strange, wasn't it? Listen to this isolated. In betwixt. Like when I said bunky that one time.
Bunky.
I'm about to stroke out. What's going on with me?
Bunky.
All right. One more time.
Anyway, I had one bite of that pumpernickel bagel, and then I had to open the door of their Oldsmobile station wagon and not hurl, but get rid of it. Get rid of it.
What about
because I don't like rye bread. It wasn't anything with their bagels necessarily. I just didn't know what pumpernickel was. Oh, that sounds like a funny name. I'll try that one.
What about a bagel with a little egg and bacon in between?
Boy, that sounded. What happened?
I don't know.
Your voice went weird.
I was right between.
You
in
went
between and in
betwixt.
betwixt.
What? In between.
You sounded like the guy who's running the press conferences in the ALCS.
Okay, right over your boat. All right, so I got it. This is what it's going to sound like, Gordo, when you come visit Craig and I at the old folks' home.
Bulb.
In betwixt.
Bulb.
In betwixt.
Bulb.
Okay, stop. I'm insane.
We're in rocking chairs facing each other, and we just say that all day long.
In betwixt. Golly.
The nurses are, you won't believe this, but those two used to do a radio show.
They're having the weirdest argument in there right now.
Yeah.
And they used to talk for a living.
They were on the radio,
now they've been reduced to one word each.
All right, there's me as candidate number 2. Candidate number 3, he's back once again from the hardline, Gen X Davy Lane. They were talking about Kim Clijsters, the tennis player, and he had a pronunciation that was so off they had to dump him.
Public courts, he just likes going out there and just seeing what.
Well,
it's all about.
he had a 2007 weapons charge, so he was doing time in Rikers, and in 2010,
see,
this is the best.
Way to go! Snake.
And in 2010, he wrote a handwritten letter to Sports Illustrated from the prison and correctly predicted the U.S. Open champions that year, Rafa Nadal and Kim Clijsters.
Sorry, who? It's
okay.
Kim Clijsters.
I got it.
It's the only reason we're doing this.
It's Kim Clijsters, Dave.
Dave? Sorry, I'm sick.
She's Belgian, and it's pronounced Clijsters.
Thought there was another T in there.
All right, I guess that was that's Lil Wayne's prediction from prison that she was going to win the U.S. Open.
I don't know
what is happening right now.
I'm right, Tyler, right? That was Lil Wayne's prediction of the U.S. Open, and it's not pronounced.
Why was
to
he
rhyme with
predicting
bit.
the U.S. Open from prison?
I don't know.
I wish we knew.
He wanted a futures bet, though, on Kim Clijsters.
So Davey added a T.
Yeah, and a different kind of eye.
That's your fault, Gordon. You groomed
Why is it
him.
my fault?
You
Now
groomed
it's on
him
me.
on the rant.
System. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
He's from your tree. He's from your broadcasting tree.
Yeah, he is. All right, so is it Junior, is it me, or is it Dave? 888-787-1310. Hello. You are on the ticket. Who wins?
Was Craig sculling bulbs?
If he is, he's a flawed guy. Thanks. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins?
Yes, I'd like to vote for Jub's Diabetic Twix Bagel and Hooter Brown.
Okay, thank you, I guess. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins the e-brake?
Yes, I'd like to vote for Junior Miller.
Thank you.
That's how you vote right there, folks. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins?
Good morning, Musers.
That's Triple Fake Tiger.
I'm going to vote for George.
Okay. Usually it takes a lot longer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Why is
Fake
he
Tiger
getting after it?
Hi, you're on the ticket, America's favorite radio station.
Hey, boys, it's Cruz and Lido.
Hey, Cruz.
Hey, want to shout out to Lady Mavs 05, UTA's own. And I want to thank Weatherman Junes for his updates during our recent saucy summer, and I vote for Junior.
Okay.
You're
Thank
welcome.
Bulb.
Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins the e-brake?
Morning, Musers. I'm torn in betwixt two votes, but I'll go with Ja.
Okay, thanks. Hi, you're on the ticket, AM, FM, and stream.
Yes.
That's fake.
Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning, Musers.
Morning.
Hey.
What?
Is that it?
Friday.
Oh, okay. Happy Friday. What's your vote?
How's it going?
Okay, what's the vote?
Fine. No, he's gone. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins the e-brake?
Hey, Jubs. Alec Murdaugh.
Oh,
Okay,
that's Alex
it's not.
Murdaugh.
No, it's
from
not.
South Carolina.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Just got in from the prison yard. I hold daily booth out there giving legal advice.
Okay.
And I tell them all the same thing. I say, you ever get yourself in a financial pickle, you just get yourself hooked on opioids and assassinate your two closest family members.
Okay, listen, dude, we don't need the whole Alex Murdaugh story. Okay,
this much trouble.
Just
Can
vote,
you
Alex.
The Dunham Zone.
Okay, that's not an official term, but thank you.
I guess it goes by Alec now.
Hi, you're on the ticket. Oh my gosh! Oh, what is? Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins? Hello.
Yeah, I've got a request for ticket stock. I'd like Junior to sing "I've Got Big Bulbs."
Yeah, we could do that. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins?
I love the Musers, but I'm going to have to vote for my favorite little man in the canoe.
That's a Davey vote.
Davey.
I'll explain it to you later, George.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins?
I'd like to vote for Bathroom Bombing Giorgio and Go Rangers.
That is not an official nickname, but that is a win.
Wow.
I'll take it.
I thought Lynn Bremer was going to win or something like that.
Bremer, sir.
That's your Anyway, opinion. I had one bite of that pumpernickel bagel, and then I had to open the door of their Oldsmobile station wagon and not hurl, but get rid of it. Get rid of it.
What about
because I don't like that? Because I don't like rye bread. It wasn't anything with their bagels necessarily. I just didn't know what pumpernickel was. Oh, that sounds like a funny name. I'll try that one.
What about a bagel with a little egg and bacon in between?
Boy, that sounded. What happened?
I don't know.
Your voice went weird.
I was right between.
You
in
went
between and in
betwixt.
What? In between.
You sounded like the guy who's running the press conferences in the ALCS.
Okay, right over your vote. All right, how many wins is that?
Very
Fernando?
killer-like. 101, 34 behind Norman Thug Life Hitzkiss.
I thought I had more than 101.
I thought you did too. I thought you were at 103 or something.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what Tyler tells me.
That means you and I were tied at 100 there for a while?
I had one or two since I hit 100.
No, I double-checked. You were at 100.
Okay.
You're not
Are you
that
sure?
bad, George.
Weren't you out one Friday, Fernando? I wonder if that was included in the standings.
No, it's always up to date.
Seems like I win every week, but okay.
That was the first time I'd ever tied you, I guess.
Yeah.
And now you pulled ahead again.
Yeah, how about
Damn
that?
you.
But what a treat we have for you now, in particular, for those who go way back with this show. Going back 30 years, one of the first regular guests that we had on this program was a high school football coach from Lollygag High School down in the Hill Country. He'd check in every week, and he's up here with us. Let's open the door and welcome Coach Tom Foolery into the studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good morning, Coach.
Coach, get right into that microphone.
Good morning, Musers.
Look at that.
Great to see you.
Look at you guys, all white-haired.
Yeah, we've aged a little bit, Coach.
You got grandchildren, George?
Yeah, I'm getting up there.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, such a blessing.
You look great. I know you're advancing in years as well now.
84.
Wow, you look awesome.
Gosh, Coach.
Yeah, you haven't aged a bit.
I don't know. It's not good.
It's not good.
How long you been out of coaching now?
About 15, 20 years. I don't know. They named the field after me, Gordo.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's pretty cool. And that's down in Lollygag, Texas,
you
right?
need to come down there sometime.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to get down there.
They'd get a kick out of you, boy.
Oh, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, up here, one of my grandsons, I have 12 of them.
12 grandkids.
Yeah,
wow.
One of them coaches.
Oh,
and that makes me really proud. Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator over at Callisburg.
Okay.
And they're playing Valley View tonight, and I'm coming up to check on him because I taught him the concepts of the Texas toast, you know.
The Texas toast? Huh. Was that an off? No, that's the offense.
Yeah, you got Mike McCarthy's been running it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
well,
he has. I thought he runs
Coast.
Yeah, the Texas Coast offense.
Mine's a little different. It's the Texas toast.
What is that? What is the Texas toast offense?
Well, it's like regular toast, except it's Texas, so it's real conservative. And everything goes to the right. Makes it a little predictable.
Yeah, how do you win if it's so predictable? I don't understand.
It's unstoppable because we just tell the scoreboard operator to find us the points we need.
Okay. Coach.
Yeah, and
we've missed you.
I kid. I kid the conservatives. I'm conservative. I'm 84 years old. What the hell you expect?
Right.
Yeah,
that happens
Coach.
when you get older, I guess.
Yeah, but getting old's tough, fellers.
Is it?
Yeah, I crap my pants at CVS this week.
Oh, no.
You don't need to tell us about that, Coach.
You don't have to say that.
Yeah.
Well, it all depends.
On what?
If I'm wearing them.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you guys.
For that.
Let me tell you guys. 3 things happen when you turn 84, fellas. 3 things. I'm going to tell you this, George, because you're getting old. I can see it in your face.
He's got a lot of wisdom, George. You need to learn from him.
When you turn 83, 84, 3 things: never pass a restroom.
Okay. Never pass a restroom.
Never trust a poot.
Okay.
A what?
A fart. Never trust it. And never waste an erection. I know you're getting there.
I figured you wouldn't even have those anymore, Coach. I mean, isn't that part of your life?
Well, they do have
done?
medication.
Oh, yeah, I guess they do.
Although I'm not supposed to take it with it combines with my heart medication.
It
could be dangerous.
Don't mix those, Coach. You could die.
Well, I have to. You know, I mean, Gordon, you got to do what you got to do. Maybe it all works the way it's supposed to, except Mavis says my eyes stay crossed for about an hour afterwards.
It's good to hear that Mavis is still doing well.
Mavis is getting up there, too.
Yeah.
Mavis is so old, her vibrator needs Viagra.
Man, Coach.
It's Coach Tom Foolery with us here in studio. Legendary lollygag coach.
I thought I might need some. I walked into the pharmacy and I asked the pharmacist, I said, "You got Viagra?" He said, "Yes, I do." I said, "Does it actually work?" He said, "Yep." I said, "Can you get it over the counter?" He said, "I can if I take 2.
Coach, I think he misunderstood you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. I'm telling you.
I bet the kids miss you down there, lollygag coaching.
Gosh, we
you should be on the sideline.
I can't be on the sideline because it's too far from the restroom. In fact, I got to go, fellas. Joy, where is the bathroom, Gordo?
It's down the hall and on the right.
You got one closer?
Well, no, that's where it is, Coach.
Hey, y'all going to come up and see Tom Coach tonight?
Maybe.
Tom.
Yeah,
that's your grandson's name? Tom?
Yep. John and Tom are the 2 oldest.
We do have a World Series game we got to watch.
I'm proud of them Rangers.
Yeah,
how about
them?
We've been watching that. I really like that Josh Jung.
He pronounced it.
He's from San Antonio. You got to know.
Yeah, right up the road there in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Coach, thanks for being here. You need any help getting out or anything?
Well, it might be too late.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh, Coach.
Oh, he had an accent.
Dear.
Well, hang in there.
Gordo, you want to help the coach?
Yeah, help him out.
Thank you,
Great to see you, Coach.
Coach Tom
There he goes.
Foolery, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a treat that is.
Well, it's Friday, so we do fantastic Friday feedback every Friday. This one's a special week because we have it was Marconi week for us.
Yep.
This is the week that we traditionally lose Marconis, and we traveled to New York to lose Marconis this time. So if you have any reaction to that or some sports that you want to talk about with the Musers, 888-787-1310 is our telephone number. But before we get to your calls, I do want to pop on a friend of the show to talk about something special. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program lead singer of the Old 97s and solo artist, Rhett Miller.
Whoa.
Rhett.
Musers!
Hey, Rhett. All right, now I wanted to...
You guys survived your New York trip.
Yeah, we did. We were up in your neck of the woods, and we just missed you at LaGuardia. I think you were flying out as we were flying in.
It's crazy. They really do talk. They talk like that up there. Everybody.
Yeah, they do talk like that up there.
So you're in town, right? Because you have an event this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm playing a gig in Fort Worth on Saturday, but then the big gig is the Cystic Fibrosis Benefit on Sunday, and I won't whip your ass with all the details, but it's going to be fun. It's over the years, Gordon, you've emceed this a few times. The
Indeed.
format's changed a little, and it no longer needs an MC. But God, you've been so great. We've been doing this for the better part of 15 years, and this year it's a song swap with me, Kevin Russell from Shiny Ribs, and this up-and-coming singer named Caitlin Butts. And then, of course, the O's are opening the whole show. It's at the Rustic Chub.
Yeah.
I know you've been there before.
Yeah.
It's the Rustic. It starts 7:15 downbeat for the O's.
Man, I may come out because I know Caitlin Butts. She's amazing.
She's great.
Yeah.
So that's 7:15 on that's Sunday, right? Sunday 7:15 at the Rustic.
Yep, after the Cowboy game, and it's early enough everybody can get home. It'll be great. And this, we've been doing this, like I said, almost 15 years, and the life expectancy of cystic fibrosis. I'm not saying it's just because of our event, but it's gotten so much better. But there's still a little ways to go. But it's been a great event, raised a ton of money over the last decade and a half, probably mostly thanks to Gordon.
Yeah, thank you for knowing that. Thank you for knowing
the credit.
And so, how long are you going to be in town for this weekend? You're obviously this weekend. Are you staying over next week, or are you heading back?
Well, I will be at the Rangers game. I was able to get a standing room only ticket. So you might see me wandering around Saturday night after my Fort Worth show, which is like a matinee show out in Fort Worth on Saturday. But then I'll be there Saturday night, and then I haul ass home. And the 97s leave 24 hours later to do a European tour.
Wow. Whoa. That's great. What countries are you going to?
We're just doing a festival in the Netherlands, and then we're going to do like a week and a half of UK dates. So it's funny because, we're going to do London and Glasgow, which are obviously 10-pole dates, but then there's a bunch of all those little places where I think that we're going to show up, and everywhere we go, there's going to be like a murder on the village green, and we're going to have to solve it.
How long are you staying in the UK? You're not there through December, are you?
No, we're just there till the middle of November.
Oh, nuts! 'Cause I'm going into in the early part of December.
To do what?
Touring.
I was hoping to see y'all.
He's hoping to open up for you guys. It sounds like.
Yeah, but I guess not now. Oh, that's great.
So, do you guys ever do a show like in some out of the way place, and where people have not heard of you, or do you always go to places that you guys have strong fan support?
Dude, so the old 97s do well in large markets. Like it's always been big city people where, in big cities where people are really smart, they all pull up and they come to our shows, but we'll go to like, I don't know, even like Reno sometimes. You go to Reno and you're like, they don't know, we bomb sometimes. It is pretty rare. And then you'll be like, well, why did you think you were going to bring us to this little podunk town and we were going to draw? We're too sophisticated bottom line. The head of Electra Records used to say that. She would go, why are you so sophisticated? Why can't you be more simple? And I was like, I don't know. I thought it was a good thing.
I have heard that, though, especially bands from Texas, England, Ireland, that they do really well. Like, I've heard the O's just destroyed when they went over there.
We didn't work it in the early days enough. So over there, we don't have the kind of following anywhere near like we do in the States, because we always did pretty well from, the earliest days of the band over here. So your managers want you to tour where you're going to make money because they get 15% of it. If you're making zero, it's not enough.
Yeah.
So we still struggle to go over there, but we keep at it. 30 years in. This year's our 30th anniversary. In fact, December 9th, we're coming to play the Longhorn Ballroom, and it's the last leg of our 30th anniversary tour.
Awesome. That's crazy to think that the Ticket and the old 97 started basically at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
So
and look how strong. We're still going strong.
Still going strong. 30 years ago, Jesus and Santa Claus smiled on the Metroplex.
I'm fading by the day, Rhett.
All right, Rhett, it's 7:15 is the downbeat. The Rustic Sunday CF research, cystic fibrosis research benefit, and it's a cause that I know that you feel strongly in, and of course I was involved with it for years with you, and so always happy to promote it.
I love you, Musers. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhett.
Love you, too.
That's the great Rhett Miller, lead singer of the old 97s.
He's so awesome.
He is. A good friend of this radio station. Before we get to your telephone calls, 888-787-1310, do want to mention, I said, are there still train robbers out there?
Yeah.
Remember when I brought up that very interesting question today?
Mm-hmm.
And someone sent me a news story from last year talking about the dramatic spike in railroad theft that goes on.
Wow.
Now, it's not quite the way I was wanting it to be, which is that the robbers ride along the train on horses and then climb aboard and then force the engineer to stop.
With their
somebody
masks.
on the train doing it.
With their mask, and they're all dressed like the Hamburglar.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go to the cars and then rob the rich people who are in Victorian garb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is people who are breaking into these railroad cars, sometimes when the boxes of freight are, at the rail yard, too.
Oh,
so it's not stopping the trains necessarily, but when the trains are stopped. And I remember now us doing the story because there was a video out that showed this train in a rail yard, and there was nothing but trash littered all around for miles of the Amazon boxes and everything that have been busted open.
Wow.
And they just go through and take all the stuff that they want and then just throw the trash right beside the train. I know it. So people stealing stuff from trains, it still goes on. P1 Lee asked us this on X. She says, hey, I've been a P1 since 1994. Who does Coach Tom Foolery? Always my fave.
What do they mean?
Well, Lee, I don't know what you mean, does Coach Tom Foolery, other than Mavis. Coach Tom Foolery is a real fictional coach from Lollygag, Texas.
Yeah.
Since retired. Big Papa Pump says, damn, I didn't even realize how much I was missing Coach Tom Foolery. God, he's so funny. So many laughs, so many laugh out loud moments. More CTF. Coach Tom Foolery. About the Ottawa Senators forward who was suspended for betting. Shows a picture, and look at that. Got the Bet 99 right there on the helmet. That's one of their sponsors.
Ottawa was the first NHL franchise to embrace casino advertising for them.
Mm-hmm. And it says here, Robetus says, I think they're not allowed to bet because of agents. Players may have inside info on other players in different leagues. That's his theory.
So
that sounds like a stretch.
Ryan did some digging on that. What'd you come up with?
The NHL CBA is very generic. Just says gambling on NHL games is not allowed, but that could extend to really anything, any like daily fantasy where you're betting money on drafting players, which is very common. Not technically betting on a game, but the NHL, because it's so generic and so widespread, could potentially ban somebody for that.
So he may have been in a hockey fantasy league.
Makes sense. All right, let's go to the phones, and we start off with 4699. I'm not going to read the whole number. Okay. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this? Hello.
This is CB.
God, that is the worst phone line ever. Surely we're on speaker.
Wow.
Yes, sir. This is Don in Carrollton.
Hi, Don. You're on with George Dunham.
Actually, this is the Meister from Bonham. I got two specials here. I got a 1997 Dodge coming, $29,999, cold AC and no radiator. Selling it right now, $12,999.
What's happening right now?
I don't know.
Anyway, that was a telephone call that we took. 888-787-1310, the telephone number.
By the way, thanks to the P1s who've sent in pictures of Bigfoot playing Major League Baseball.
I know, there's all sorts of pictures of that. And then
playing for the Rangers.
Those are all fake, done with AI. People are entering prompts. And then we get this from out in the country on Twitter. Look at this sighting of Bigfoot. It's outside a gas station. And I guess it's the mascot of the gas station. Go ahead and read the name that he's holding. He's got a name placard. He's about 20 feet tall out in front of the gas station.
Gasquatch.
Is that the one in Idabel, Oklahoma?
That's it. Have you seen that before?
No. I just saw him post this.
Oh.
Gasquatch.
That's funny.
Gasquatch. And we have the World Series here, George.
Yep.
You remember the challenge of you sitting behind home plate.
Yeah, if the Rangers made the World Series.
If the Rangers were going to be in the World Series, you were going to sit behind home plate if we're able to score you tickets.
Yeah,
and you have to be casual Sasquatch. Casual Bigfoot is the challenge. You got to be there. Maybe you're wearing a jersey. You got to be eating nachos, having casual conversations. Yeah. Signaling the hot dog guy. It's got to be casual Squatch.
Okay. Standing occasionally with polite applause if something happens.
Right.
Like after the anthem. Or...
the anthem.
If you have
you
seats
your,
behind
your
home
paw
plate,
over your heart.
Let me hear from you, and then we'll have to go get a Bigfoot costume.
We can get one of those. Somebody out there has got a Bigfoot costume.
Gosh, it's going to be so hot in there.
Yeah, we don't need much help to pull this off. We just need home plate seats and a Bigfoot costume.
I don't have to do it for the whole game, right? Just like the first couple of innings?
Yeah. I mean, first couple innings.
Change back.
Yeah, because the person who has the seat probably wants to watch part of the game, too. But if we could at least get you in there for a couple innings.
Can I enter Globe Life dressed as Bigfoot?
Yes, I believe so. We got an email from a P1 who said that they went as Chewbacca or a grizzly bear, and they said they had no problem getting in.
How about a bear outfit? That'd be great too, wouldn't it? A bear back there watching
Casual
the game?
Squatch though is better. Squatch is in the news.
How about enthusiastic bear? He's a huge Ranger fan. He just goes bananas after a home
How about
run.
Conan's old character? You remember him?
Yes, masturbating bear. No,
You didn't need to be so graphic with it.
Squatch, you'd have a better chance of going viral.
Where they played that music,
Yeah, and he would just come out there and do that to himself. Tony and McKinney, you're on the ticket.
Hey, guys, this is a great, great day. First game of the World Series, Rangers at home. But let me tell you something. You guys have made my day. You brought back Coach Tom Foolery. That is the greatest thing you guys have done in a long, long time. He's my favorite character. Thank you so much. So much. You guys are the best. You brought back the best coach of all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Yes, we were very happy to score an interview, and I think we were the only station he did, right, when he was in town.
I think so,
here.
yeah.
No,
he may do the Callisburg local station.
Jason in Fort Worth, you're on the ticket.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just want to give a shout-out to all my surveyors out here at Bowman.
Yep.
What kind of survey work do you do?
Oh, we do all kinds, man. Residential, commercial.
Are y'all really accurate on that, or you kind of make it up and fudge
It does
a little
seem
bit?
like there's a lot of older technology being used. One guy standing there with a rod, the other guy with a monopod.
And I swear the lot configuration seemed to change over the years, too.
It's definitely changed a lot. It's not so much one guy standing behind the robot and the other guy holding the rod. You can kind of do it all on your own now.
So what do you use to find the iron rods? You guys have like metal detectors or something?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
All right, then.
Metal detectors, sometimes they'll give us coordinates to say, hey, go look in this area. And you just wave that metal detector around, man. Hope you get lucky.
All right, man. I appreciate it then.
All right, go Rangers!
All right, survey the hell out of it today. Thank you, Jason. And that is fantastic Friday fan feedback.
All right, thanks. That's the corner.
Get the Steak Podcast at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Welcome. It's week 10 of the E-Brake Fantasy League. I've got blood flow down there again, and I'm ready for a comeback, you mother effers. Everyone got on the board this week, starting with Junior, the Junes man, Miller, talking funny.
And so Bombi, I guess, is bulb.
You say bulb weird.
Bulb.
That'll give Mino another point. Dave Lane steamrolled some bluebonnets when he stopped down Enews.
The U.S. Open champions that year, Rafa Nadal and Kim
Sorry, who? It's
okay.
Kim Kleisters.
I got it.
It's Kim Kleisters, Dave.
That'll give Sean a point, keeping him neck and neck at the top with Mino. And I no longer have to watch my team circle the drain like the fun at the end of an EA shower, as Giorgio was also talking funny.
What about a bagel with a little egg and bacon in between?
What happened?
I don't know.
That's 3 sumbitch points for Omani, and I'm lingering like a dingleberry. We're now 10 weeks into Season 2, and Sean, did I obliterate a sock with my Ranger weenie? Obviously, Bass. And David, I want Barry Wood to be my big brother Mino, still lead the way with 14 points. And once again, I'm in last for now with 9.
Justin's bingo card is filled up with all those penis jokes.
No kidding.
What happened?
Boy, howdy.
It's the sweet spot on a Friday, so at 2:30 we will award the NIT-brake, where we will look at the best e-brakes that weren't awarded or nominated this morning.
This week's e-brake has already been yanked, but there's still plenty of misfires, misspeaks, and stop-downs from the Tickets broadcast week. We've got the best of the rest. It's time for the NIT-brake.
All right, it's 2:38 here on the Sweet Spot. Appreciate you being by the channel on this Friday of Game 1 of the World Series. The hard line, as you just heard in the 40-liner, they're going to be out of Texas live. We'll have Why Today Doesn't Suck with those fellas here in just a moment, but let's get to it. Justin, NIT-brake.
Thank you so much, Sean. We have 6 candidates this week. We will vote on the best of the rest. It's the NIT-brake. So we'll need help from Ham, Lando, Sean, Mino.
Speed round voting is what we do.
Yeah, we normally right there at the end, like, all right, go,
quickly.
Go. So,
Corbett.
Candidate number 1 this week is Gordon Keith. He's actually up twice. We'll play his first one here. This was at the end of a segment. He has a live spot coming up, and, sometimes you're not prepared.
All right, Gordo, thank you. That's Muse in the News, 7:34 on the ticket. Coming up next, we've got lots of travel stories from the flight up here, the cab ride, and dinner last night in New York City.
But you know what?
What?
You know what all I want to talk to you about?
We're wondering.
I do want to talk to you about it because it means a lot to me and a lot of people that talk about things on radio.
And now here's Gordon Keith.
It's like a big deal. It really is.
Gordon.
And I'd just like to tell you and your friends about Crest Infinity. Crest Infinity is the place to go when you want to get a new vehicle for your vehicle needs.
How many papers does he have?
Infinity and Mike Brosen and his team take care of you. You know that you're getting the best deal you could possibly get on a Crest vehicle, and all the people that you want to talk to at Crest Infinity are there for you at 121 and the Tollway in Frisco.
So he finally gets the wheels back on track, but man, is he wobbly out the gate.
He was looking through the Mitchell report for his copy.
Well, I don't know if you've
so
seen
many papers.
Him perform Muse in the News or Gordo's Corner and all that, but he wipes out a good chunk of the Amazon forest every single day.
Yeah, Norm's always the paper, culprit as far as like killing the rainforest, but Gordo, you're right.
Yeah. Or, if you've worked with Fernando, you walk in, you have a stack
Yes.
of paper. So,
and it sounded like he was on the other side of the room when it started.
Going through all of the folders. Maybe there's one over
I'll
here.
find the mic. Oh, here we go. Now we're back.
So there's Gordon, candidate number 1, looking for his live spot copy. We'll go ahead and go with Gordon as candidate number 2 as well, because as you know, the Musers were in New York this week. They were up there representing the ticket as we tried to win Station of the Year. They were nominated for Personalities of the Year, so they were in a new studio.
I think they finished second.
They did. I saw they had a lot of first place votes, but the other one had a lot of second and third. So they were in a new studio, and apparently there was a light in there that was bothering George, which was about the worst thing George could have done, was let it be known that it bothered him, because Gordon liked to have fun with it.
Boy, and how about this, number 2, that the city of Philadelphia, between the Sixers and the Flyers and now the Phillies, have more Game 7 losses than any city in history. They're on an 0-7 streak right now.
Maybe that's why their fans are the way they are.
Maybe.
So sad. Yeah. Always angry.
If you don't turn that light off,
why are you yelling at
kick
Craig
you in the
like
pants.
that?
I'm yelling at you.
Which light? Is that light?
Gordon? The one that makes it look like we're being interrogated.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
I was
right
worried
in
you guys
face.
didn't have enough light to see, so I was turning on the lights in here. That's all.
Off.
That's all. Gosh, man. Why are you so
I
aggressive?
never should have said, wow, that's
New York
too bright.
City has made you aggressive.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's made you even a bigger jerk because you go and turn that on, and I made the mistake of saying, wow, it's really bright. And he was about to turn it off, and he went, I'll just leave it. Because it's not in my eyes. It's in George's eyes, so I'll just leave it on.
It's so very pleasant.
All right, I'll go
now.
turn the damn thing off then if you're not going to.
No, don't. They don't like you touching their stuff. Don't. We're in a guest studio.
you are.
Yeah, Lou gave him permission.
Huh?
Which one is it?
Yes, he can't figure it out yet.
There you go.
Oh, dang it. Dang it.
Is it a good defense whenever someone accuses you of something, you go, nuh-uh?
Did George threaten to kick him in the penis?
That's what it sounded like.
Because that's a great threat. I'm going to start using that.
Okay. Well, the morning show
Kick you in the penis.
having a lot of light bulb issues this week.
Yeah.
I think that would get your message across.
If you
just
kick him right there.
Right in the ding-dong.
You're going to get one ball in there, too. You really, really got him. So there's candidate number 2, also Gordon. Candidate number 3 is Donovan Lewis, who says, words am hard.
I feel like if you're on a plane or a flight and you're a pilot, you could go sit in the cockpit because you're a pilot. And if you have the right credentials to show, hey, sit in the jump seat, man.
Yeah. Hey,
have
good
some
to see
fun.
you.
Yeah. Let's talk shop.
You want to try to turn the engines off in the middle of the flight? That'd be fun.
He was subdued by members of the flight crew, but then attempted to grab the handle of the emergency exit after he had been cuffed.
Did the emergency pilot all of a sudden inflate, and then they had him in a chokehold too?
Autopilot. Right. Yeah, and then Kareem
What did I
came
say?
in there to save everybody.
Emergency
pilot?
Okay, one of them, autopilot. That's what I meant.
The emergency pilot inflates.
Like the emergency goalie, they always have a pilot in the crowd. In the crowd.
You guys are leaving me hanging. Are there any pilots in the house?
A little help, please.
Emerson denied taking any medications, the affidavit says.
I think the cabin is the word he was searching for.
And for a minute,
the cabin
it
or the
sounds
crowd.
like, he said a wrong word, but ultimately he was all right. And then his mind went to complete blank there. All right, Donovan, candidate number 3. Candidate number 4 is our very own Matthew Birmingham. This was from Why Today Doesn't Suck yesterday. He was trying to say thank you, Mino.
Dude, you suck. And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
Sweet spot. My name is David Mino. That is Sean Bass. And at 3 o'clock, that is Ham.
Thank you, Mino.
You're welcome.
Are you okay?
What?
My goodness.
You want to start over?
Thank you, Mino. ET's Market and Bakery and Sante Center for Healing brings you just in the nick of time, Monty.
Oh, good one, Ham.
Were you eating?
No, I was just trying to speak, which I can't do on radio, apparently.
Sometimes speaking is harder than eating. But other times, eating, pretty difficult.
Yeah.
I laugh so hard every time I hear that. It's so funny.
Do we have it isolated? Because that could be a good Mino drop in the future.
His voice just gives out. Let me see if I can find it here.
Thank you, Mino.
Maybe we could do a Mino chant with that one.
Yes.
Kind of like the Fox 4.
It's not really inspirational, though. There's not a lot of confidence behind the guy leading the charge.
Thank you, Mino.
There's less confidence in that than the home run call to center right of.
Yeah. And the game's now over, I guess.
Mino. All right, Ham, candidate number 4. Candidate number 5. I don't know who to put this on the hard line. We'll start with Corby. If you guys want to put it on Dave, we can change it, but this is a mess.
And you probably do a lot of damage to your body in training.
Yes, you're willing to make that sacrifice. You could be an attorney or something like that, but you've decided to be an Olympian for the U.S., so maybe we could help her out for 2 weeks in the hospital.
So I wonder how many endorsements she had back in the 80s when she was it.
I mean, there was Wheaties.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
She had to have done. She had to have
Tampax
made
or something.
Dave,
why are you saying that? Why
is
couldn't
that
that have
the
been Carl
first
Lewis?
thing that a woman could possibly represent?
It was the 80s.
Hey, this is Carl Lewis for Tampax.
Whoa.
Put your tampons in, ladies. That was a really bad
That's not
impersonation.
Carl
Your period's
Lewis.
really fast. Faster than me.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You have the fastest periods of all time. What do you have a fast
Anyway.
Are your periods faster than me? Stupidest sentence ever.
And then they
Wait,
just
what?
sit back and giggle.
Did Carl Lewis just ask if my period is faster?
Britney Spears.
How was that not nominated?
What's the committee doing?
No collusion, Corby, but that was... What day was that?
I don't know.
What a combo.
That was
platter,
Wednesday.
too.
Okay,
Saying,
so
Dave
in
threw out the
studio,
line.
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't
thinking
know.
of them being on remote selling Ranger gear, and you just hear fast period talk.
Get your period faster than me.
Carl Lewis.
I like the transition of Britney Spears.
Yeah. To get it back on track, let's talk Britney Spears.
So do we say that's on Davey who threw out the line or Corby?
Yeah,
for running
let's say Dave.
I think Corby, because he's the one that made the joke first. Because he did the fake Carl Lewis first.
Yeah, but
we can give it to
Davey
both.
brought
Whatever.
up Tampax.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Either way.
We might have to put
this
that
isn't,
on the Davey
This
bingo.
isn't the real e-brake, so
Yeah,
I don't
but the
care who's
NIT-brake
nominated.
winners
Yeah,
are
none of this matters.
just as important. All right, our last candidate here is Matt McLaren, who I know we just heard Corby, but I'm trying not to be hyperbolic here. I think this is the worst joke I've ever heard.
In Arizona, they lost 3 out of 4. But again, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, look at what the Astros did. And so many Astros fans before this series were pointing out, we owned you and we destroyed you. Point it out now, because I think it's obvious who your daddy is. It's us.
Daddy.
As a matter of fact, I heard they're renaming Minute Maid Field to Texas Rangers Home.
Oh, my God. You didn't craft that too well.
No,
that's a little derivative.
That was actually really horrible.
Take that one back to the workshop. and
Okay, can we
maybe
just
next
dump that
break.
and then I'll come up and start over again?
No, we're not going to dump any of that.
And
we dumped it, too.
That was really bad.
It was bad.
Yeah.
The worst joke I've ever heard.
That's pretty awful.
I want a T-shirt that has Minute Maid Park on it, but it just says Texas
Minute Maid
Rangers
Field,
Home.
Minute Maid Field, by the way.
With Matt's face
Texas
on it.
Rangers Home, yeah, and then a picture of Matt's face. There's going to be a lot on the T-shirt. That would be a good invasion shirt.
Like, man, what if you went to Houston and was like, hey, dude, you know the Astros play at Texas Ranger Home now, right? Would they
Gotcha.
care at all? So bad.
Burn.
They need to hire new writers on that show.
Yeah, I'm glad that Donovan and Travis stopped it down immediately. I'm glad they didn't let that one go. All right, your 6 candidates are Gordon live spot, Gordon putting the lights on them users, Donovan Lewis saying emergency pilot. We have Ham struggling to say a last name, Dave Lane Tampax, and Matt McLaren's bad joke. We start the voting speed round with Lando.
Ooh, the ham is ready.
Dave.
Is that me?
I'm voting for Dave.
Oh, okay.
All right, Sean.
Carl Lewis, feminine care product.
Mino?
Corby Dave, period.
All right. I would have voted for McLaren, but Dave Lane wins for asking if women's periods are faster than Carl Lewis.
Go Dave.
Go Dave. I believe that is his first NIT win, if I were to guess. I'm not sure, but sure. First NIT win for Dave.
We're not good at record keeping here, 1 to 3.
All right, sweet spot 250. Why Today Doesn't Suck is next.
Once again, the ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck.
Sucking on chili dog. Sucking on a dog. Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on chili. Sucking on a dog. Sucking on a chili dog, sucking on chili dog.
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
Sweet spot, Sean Bass, David Mino. Special thanks to our Diamondbacks buddy Steve Berthume for joining us today. And at 3 o'clock, Ham.
Thank you, Mino.
Good
E.T.'s
job.
Market and Bakery and Sante Center for Healing brings you Justin Gargler Montemere.
Thank you, Ham. So I don't
Thank you, Justin.
See the hard line.
The hard line.
So they're out probably kicking ass somewhere, making money for the station. Things going really well. Hey, Hardline. What's up, dudes?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh!
Kirby Davidson.
Line 4 Hardline.
Well, so we're here. We're actually at the remote. We are at Inside Texas Live.
Great.
The World Series apparently is tonight.
You went to the old ballpark, didn't you?
No, we're all good.
Are you on the bullpen phone?
In Washington.
Dude, what is this thing? So the internet went out at Texas Live about 15, 20 minutes ago completely. And so we're waiting on the the Texas Ranger IT department to fix it.
Are they going to ride in on horses?
Way to go, Snake.
This is a good omen.
That's what you did to SoFi Stadium,
I was
too.
going to say, this just follows you guys around.
Is this anarchy right now at Texas Live?
Yeah, it is. And you guys need to call Dave.
Dave.
Okay.
What's he got going on?
Dave? Sitting next to me, but he's ready to party. He's so drunk. It's kind of awesome.
Cool.
Boofing. Well, we'll get Dave on the horn.
Nice Friday boof.
Yeah, Bob's gonna prime and get ready for
game one. Hey, just an update, and I know I'm the first one in the Dallas media to report this. At Texas Live, it looks like a pro Ranger crowd.
Okay. Are there any Astros fans there?
No, but oddly enough, I saw two guys walking from the ballpark over here to Texas Live, and one guy was throwing up.
What?
They were both wearing Orioles jerseys.
Weird.
Throwing up.
The
Were they
entire
throwing
crowd
up on each other like Daddy's Ding Dong Cabin?
Well, yeah, I had to stop and wait because I was turned on.
got PTSD. So the entire crowd are pro Rangers. So like Royce Clayton,
so far,
Hank Blaylock. That's cool.
No, not
Mickey Tettleton.
not pro Rangers.
Kevin Minch.
That's cool. They brought them all back to throw in the
Lance
stand.
Yeah.
Mike Vinifro.
Ben Shave.
Gabe Kapler ain't got nothing going on.
Oh, to be McDowell.
There's a lot of them.
John Whitman.
It's hot out here too, like 85.
Xavier Hernandez.
I just stepped outside and I got a sunburn.
Luis Alcindor.
Yeah. There he is, my first
David DeLucci.
Diamondbacks jersey right there.
Boo!
I was going to say who is it, but if they even showed you the last name, would
Yeah,
that
I can read. I can read.
I know, but would you know who the person was? Like if it said Moreno.
Of course I would. I've studied this team back and forth.
Who's Gabriel Moreno, Corby?
He just gave you Gabriel.
What position is Moreno?
Go ask him to name a Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
I gotta
see who knows more.
I'm not. Then he's going to touch my phone. I don't want. No, it's not happening. You guys get on with your little bit.
Okay.
All right, well, here is our little bit. Today is Friday, October 27th, the 300th day of 2023, 65 days left in the year. On this date in 1904, The New York subway system opened, and immediately someone ran and peed on it. Let's go ahead and set the precedent early.
And John Rocker had some opinions.
Oh, yeah.
Former Ranger.
We got to work in as many as we can. On the state in 2002, Emmitt Smith breaks the NFL career rushing yardage record held by the late Walter Payton on a 11-yard run in the fourth quarter.
What way did he do it?
I'm sorry?
What way did he do it?
Hemet's way?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad somebody has the protocol around here.
I just didn't know what you asked me.
I'm here for you, G.
I remember
Thank
telling
God.
myself, I better save this ticket, and then I saved it for like a day, and then I lost it.
Then you traded it for some hooch?
Yeah, I got some sweet hooch.
Everything's in, bro.
Hey.
Oh,
I hear
hey.
Bob. I hear Clear Bob.
Clear Bob, yeah. Hey now.
Wait, I can't hear them.
Oh, this is fun.
Yep.
All that fanfare.
Corby.
All right.
Bob?
Could y'all hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we couldn't hear you. We're working on that side of it, so just give us a moment. But things are progressing nicely.
Who's the engineer?
Jack.
Oh.
Looking down at toes.
So young.
So we can broadcast, but we can't hear.
So supple.
Let's say 2004, the Boston Red Sox won their first World Series since 1918, sweeping the St. Louis Cardinals in 4 games.
Hey, Bob.
Then they made a movie about it.
Yep.
Great.
Same as always.
I don't think they can hear us.
No, they can't.
No,
This is
great.
fun.
I love it.
I'm the only one that can hear you.
No.
God, I hope some
Are they saying mean things
Queef.
about us,
I
Corby?
hope some
They are.
good-looking Latino chick walks
They're
by.
really making fun of your weight right now.
Bob just freaks out.
That hurts me.
Uh-oh, a bald joke. Sorry, Bob.
On this day in 2013, Matthew Stafford's 1-yard lunge over a pile of linemen with 12 seconds left, and Calvin Johnson's 329 yards lift the Detroit Lions to a 31-30 comeback over the Dallas Cowboys.
329.
That was a Cowboys theater game.
I believe so.
Bob?
Yeah.
I have to run back to the car.
Yeah, that's my game plan.
They're having a discussion on to fill you guys in on how they're going to get their stuff back to the car before we go into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can't take
Yeah,
our
no, we're
laptops
aware.
into the
Yeah, you
Oh
fell,
my gosh.
You fell ass backward into tickets.
Yeah, I'm so sorry
What?
you can't take everything you want in the game.
What are we going to do with all of our stuff? We have to go to the game tonight.
Probably brought
Yes or no? Is that a
sandwiches.
first world problem?
I'm taking my lawn chair in.
Did you bring some sunblock?
In your thermos?
Yeah.
With Yellow Belly?
Set up on the warning track.
In honor of Daddy, I'm going to fill up a thermos full of Coors.
Daddy.
At least we got the good
In 2017, golfer Tiger Woods pleaded guilty to reckless driving, resolving charges from an arrest when he was found passed out in his car
Oh, they're right over there? Okay, thank you. Perfect.
with prescription drugs and marijuana in his system.
Yeah, not a good day for Tiger.
Probably the worst day of his whole life.
Probably not.
Oh. And in 2020, the LA Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Devil Rays in Game 6 at Globe Life Field.
Hey guys, can you save your ears real quick? I'm about to.
This is awesome.
Yeah. We need more Jack.
Hey,
Don't do
Jack.
that industry jargon.
We're good now.
Check your ears.
Wow. Jiggly Jack to the rescue.
So
Can you hear us?
Can you
cool
hear
now?
us now?
Yeah.
Whoa! Hey!
Yeah. 306.
That's a
Yes.
How about
World
that?
Series miracle.
Once again, the ticket presents Why Today Doesn't
Sorry,
Suck.
Hit the reset button.
5, 4.
Take 2.
Did you hear all the Tiger stuff, Bob?
No, I did not. Would you like to run it back?
Yeah, just 6 years ago, he pled guilty to reckless driving when he was found passed out in his car with drugs and marijuana.
Framed.
So not the time that he smashed his leg
No.
speeding in a school zone.
No. He would still probably tell you the worst
No,
day of
this
his
was the
life was
fire
losing to
hydrant.
Y.E. Yang.
Yeah, that
What I
probably
would
was the
expect.
worst day.
No, no,
Better
Jack.
your
He's
gang
turning me
than
down
mine.
again.
All right, P1 birthdays today. Oh, sorry, one more thing here while Jack gets that figured out. In 2021, the Cleveland Guardians men's roller derby team filed a lawsuit seeking to block MLB Baseball's Cleveland Indians name change. I think they put
Commander.
Like, imagine a roller derby team with one court-appointed lawyer at the
I got
trial.
this.
Yeah, we
taking them down.
No, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. All right, P1 birthdays today. MontyWTDS@gmail.com. Colin says today is the 30th birthday of my wife Lacey. Corby is her leader. She would like to hear him brag. When listening to Corby brags, I like to picture him standing on a stool in front of an audience with about a dozen emaciated homeless men, delivering brags in between bites of a sloppy cheesesteak sandwich.
You got this side yard area.
Y'all hear that?
Was that the introduction to the side yard?
Is a lie.
I mean, I've been to San Diego. I've been to all the big bowls.
What a side yard was.
My parents were both only children, and so
It's not
that
a brag.
was the only aunts and uncles that I knew.
Go on.
I think that's
How are those?
that's
brags?
how you accumulate wealth. Is you have
You're
two
just one-upping
that are
these
only
homeless
children.
people.
Yeah.
They're just begging
true.
for some of the crumbs to fall out of his mouth with the cheese.
Like my kids, if they
Generational
want
wealth.
to, they'll have archives of years of me talking.
They're just waiting for sauteed onions and bell peppers to fall
That
south.
reminds me
Mushrooms on that one.
when Dallas was a place for Katrina refugees, and Corby took a truck full of bottled water and poured it into a storm drain in front of him.
Just dumped a gallon of
Yeah.
pee.
Way to go, Now Snake. You're refreshing my memory.
I was worried you're going to say a truck full of something else that we have a drop of.
It was a little scary.
Well, he just saw the water level was low, and he was trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you guys don't have any of this. Also, Monty, please wish a happy 49th birthday to my P1 wife, Jessica, whom I will be escorting to Game 1 of the World Series tonight. Bob should be familiar with her, as she is widely known as one of the hottest women in Capel.
Widely known.
Widely known. Well,
You know
I'll
who
check the
I'm talking
rankings and
Get
back to you.
Do you keep a tote board?
I do not, but
your HOA put that together.
Yeah, what's the
maybe
Bob
there's one.
Capel women rankings doing this week? When does that
Maybe
come
there's
out?
one out there. I don't
It's
know.
on Substack.
Yeah, put that on Stormstack.
Little green arrow next to their name. Oh,
Rising.
Bob's Hottie Bonkers. Next
Need more
Tuesday at
boots.
2:30.
Oh, no.
So so the green arrow means they had a big week.
Yeah.
And they're
The
up
down
at the
arrow is
polls.
they had a
like I
pizza
need to
buffet, put on a couple
plow
of
through
pounds,
that.
and now they're going down.
Rough summer.
Hispanic girls.
Talking booty in the name of the Lord.
All right, John Cleese is turning 84 today.
Genius.
He's kind of turned into a right-wing nut job, though, hasn't he?
Both can be true.
Yeah.
Has he?
I think he has.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, Lee Greenwood, 81.
The great Lee Greenwood.
I would
think
like
he
to
took
say
the place. They
to
crossed
be
paths.
an American.
now, if you would like,
Does he have another song?
if anybody would like to have a brag off, I've seen Lee Greenwood play live
Where at?
at a Cowboys game.
You hired him
In
at a birthday
Capel?
party?
That doesn't count.
How long
Doesn't
was
count.
this set?
I've had it my ass.
They owe
He
me
played
do that
this
one
one.
again.
One more time.
No way. He played that one, huh?
Did he play at the beginning, the middle, and the end?
And I'm still proud to be an American.
America's team. Lee
KK
Greenwood.
Downing, 72. Guitarist for Judas Priest. The Soup Nazi.
Yesterday was Glenn Tipton.
You think they had a combined birthday party, L4G?
They share.
No, they hate. They hate each other now.
Oh. Probably because they didn't like sharing birthdays.
Sharon.
Hey,
Yeah,
guys.
that could be it.
Hey,
Hi, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. You got deep voice over there.
We're
Sharon.
live right now, madam.
The Soup Nazi,
Transitioning.
You
67.
can take a picture.
It's not going to steal our souls. It's fine.
What up?
Oh, someone else
You can get in here.
recognized the
Come
hard
sit on my
line.
lap.
Whoa.
We'll wait. Someone else recognized him.
Wow, she actually went for
Hello.
She on the lap?
it.
Yeah,
all the ladies in the house
She
say
went in
yeah.
for the side hug.
Yes, did she like one-legged guys?
We're good. Oh, all the ladies in the house
We're
say
like
yeah.
zoo animals
Come
right
on,
here
you
at the
mother
entrance
effers, say
of
a
Texas
prayer.
Live.
When you fight, you got to fight fair. Come on, you mother effers.
Simon LeBon, 65.
Hell yeah.
Duran.
Go Dave.
Seen him play live.
With Lee Greenwood?
No.
Separate?
Yeah, he had to open for Lee Greenwood.
I'd watch that collab. Kelly Osbourne, 39.
Yeah.
Yay!
Sports birthdays, Brady Quinn, also 39.
BQ.
Hot.
Wim.
Former Mavericks great Yi Jinlin, 39. I interviewed him one time.
The 6th overall pick?
6 or 8, one of those two.
And when he was here with the Mavs, he'd have 5 people at his locker every game, which was more than the number of minutes he played every game.
Anything did they have anything in common?
Yeah.
There's Bob Stevens.
I noticed they seemed to share. Yeah,
that was for you, Sean.
Bob Stevens reference.
They shared a
saw him
language,
today.
it seemed, and they were really confused when I went and rolled on their interview. 'Cause I thought
They were
it'd be funny to
confused.
play.
2.6 points per game.
Yeah.
6th
couldn't
overall in
understand.
07.
9.1
Who do we,
points per game career average.
Who do we snag him in front of?
Snatch.
Did we snatch him?
You could have had Corey Brewer, Brandon Wright, Joakim Noah.
We had all those guys.
They really didn't have much after that.
We had 3 of those guys on the team. That's pretty sweet.
Mark Gasol in the 2nd.
Didn't get him.
Thaddeus
Taking
Young.
Andrew Bogu 1 and then Yijin Lanin 6 is a pretty good run.
Lemon Pepper Lou Williams, 37.
Could have had AC Law.
But you know what?
Born again virgin.
Dame makes everything okay.
Andrew Bynum, 36.
Boo.
Brandon
Back.
Sod,
Boo.
31.
Sadu.
Leon Draisaitl, 28.
Randy Johnson.
And Leon.
Draisaitl, Bob. We don't like him, do we?
No, he's pretty good though. We should try to trade for him.
Lonzo Ball, 26. Born this Day Now Dead. Ralph Kiner. John Gotti,
Falefa.
the criminal.
Ralph Kiner Falefa.
Ivan Reitman, who directed Ghostbuster, Twins, and Kindergartner Cop.
And
Greatness.
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergartner. Man, we need that movie.
Fighting crime.
Stick 'em up.
Scott Weiland of the Stone Temple
Scott
Pilots.
Weiland.
Scott Weiland. Ding dong.
Jeez, Monty.
What's he going to do? He
he's
can't do
dear
a damn
friend of
thing
mine.
about me mispronouncing his name because he's dead.
You're going to make him do heroin.
Take your
in
other
heaven.
leg.
He showed up at our station wearing scarves, and it was kind of awesome.
Yeah,
And then you killed him for it?
He wore scarves on a daily basis.
Also,
Pull that
Born this
off.
Day Now Dead.
Scarves. What's up?
Ham says his favorite president, Teddy Roosevelt.
He created the national parks.
No.
And he got shot.
Created chicken tenders or
America loves
something.
the
America's
national
best
parks.
idea.
Yeah.
A chicken tender on every plate. And I'm proud to be an American.
He named the Frisco Rough Riders.
That's right.
He did.
5,
Day on the Stay Still Dead, Joe Necro.
4,
Oh, Knuckler.
3,
Founder of
The
the
Negro
Negro
League.
League.
2.
There we go. Had to put that
Put
ball.
3 knuckles in.
Shut it down! Let's go!
Let's go Rangers! Bye, Justin.
Bye, David. Bye, Alfred J.
Broadcasting live from the
Oh, you're so right, Ham. You are so right. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Dave.
Gen X Davey. Go
Thank you.
What's up,
Thank you so much.
Playoff Dave.
Dave.
Series Dave, I think.
So I don't know if you guys remember this, but the South Park guys signed a exclusive deal with Paramount Plus a while back.
Yeah.
And
big, big money deal.
They've been churning out these exclusive Paramount Plus movies. Started out with South Park post-COVID, then South Park post-COVID, the return of COVID, then South Park, the Streaming Wars, and South Park, the Streaming Wars Part 2.
Wow.
So now, today, they've just debuted a new one. It's called South Park Joining the Panderverse. And so we have an exclusive clip. In this clip, Cartman is waking up from a nightmare in which all of the cast members, all of the South Park boys, have been replaced by diverse women. Okay, so
All
this
right.
is him waking up in the middle of the night.
Eric, it's okay. It's okay. Ma, I had a dream that I was replaced by a diverse woman. Oh, not again. Yeah, only this time it wasn't just me. They were taking all my favorite people and replacing them with diverse women complaining about the patriarchy. Will you check under the bed and make sure there's no Disney executives under there? I promise there's not. I'm scared, Mom. Will you please just look and make sure Kathleen Kennedy isn't under my bed? Kathleen Kennedy is not under your bed. Can you check the closet? Eric, enough. I've told you there's no such thing as Disney executives who replace everyone you love with diverse women who complain about the patriarchy.
Perfect. So basically, the plot in a nutshell is that Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, they reveal that they've been using a device known as the Panderstone, which is an AI program that makes the same movie over and over, appealing to the masses. And that they use the Panderstone in the episode, and it fractures the multiverse, and then Cartman and Kathleen Kennedy get set to the wrong universe. So,
Okay. All
so
right.
it's, it's all the superhero tropes,
Of course.
all together
I would
in
just
a
like
South Park movie.
This world, and you may not know this. I don't think a lot of the audience is willing to admit this, but the world needs South Park to balance out all the insanity.
There's no doubt.
Yeah,
On
it
either side.
is the most poignant social commentary of our time.
Like, we need somebody in Hollywood that does make fun of the libs.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, they are equal opportunity offenders. They go after everybody.
Yeah, but the
libs are not bulletproof.
often targeted by Hollywood.
Yes.
And so
Libs.
South Park needs to be
Libs.
on that wall. No matter how you feel about your politics, I think it needs that balancing force
100%
in the universe.
And it's
Okay.
South Park.
Also, this weekend in your entertainment news is the debut of the horror movie Five Nights at Freddy's.
Horror.
Have you seen the trailers for this?
I have.
It looks like the animatronic band at Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese that has come to life and starts murdering people.
Yeah, and they're cutthroat killers. Yeah, it's awesome.
It's based on a video game from 2014, and so it's released in theaters this weekend, Halloween weekend, and surprisingly, it did $10.3 million in a Thursday preview.
Dude, these horror movies are absolutely horror. You can't miss. You can't screw them up.
And it's getting horrible reviews.
Yeah, because every 22-year-old dude
I was going to say
goes to see it.
It's a older version of kids movies where your demographic never ages out because they just keep making more. And that's horror movies with like high school to college age, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and you age out of that
Yes.
at 27 or something like that.
But they keep making more.
Exactly.
You're replaced by two 17-year-olds that
Right.
take your place.
Always.
So they are anticipating that Five Nights at Freddy's will do $50 million this weekend.
God, dude, what was the budget on it?
I have no idea. But if it does, that will be the highest opening weekend for a horror movie this year. And we've had, Scream 6,
The
Nun,
Exorcist?
The Nun 2, Exorcist Believer, and Megan. It
Budget
will
was $25
outpace
million.
all of those.
$25 million. Thank you, Lando.
And if you don't want to go see it at the theater, it is on Peacock beginning today.
Thank you, Lando.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lando.
You're welcome, Hardline.
Bloomberg has announced that Taylor Swift has officially eclipsed the billionaire mark.
Oh, I thought she already was one.
Nope. She, because of the strength of her Eras tour, she is now has a net worth of at least $1.1 billion, and that does not include the Eras movie or the international leg of the tour that kicks off next month.
Oh, wow. She's back up the
So
road.
she might be at like $1.5 billion here in just a few months.
Dude.
And they estimate that her 53 Eras tour dates in the U.S. added $4.3 billion to the country's GDP.
Wow.
Isn't
To
that
the
wild?
GDP?
Yes.
Do you think she has a cook?
Yes, I believe she has a cook. And so
Why do you think she has a cook?
Do you think she parks on the street.
Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you have servants.
Yeah, it does. There's a line.
There is?
You travel with yours.
Oh, shut up.
And she doesn't park on the street.
They don't have passports, Dave.
She has... doesn't she have platform lift parking? Like like that tower in...
yeah, she has like a 30-car garage.
But it goes straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just press the button which car you want to drive at the platform. Yeah. It's perfect.
And another reason why she's so rich is because she's reissuing all her old albums.
Yes.
And so today,
we should do that.
1989, Taylor's version came out. And what's interesting about
That's her
this...
most popular album, right?
Yes, and she considers it her first pop album, her first true crossover album. And so she, in the new Taylor's version of 1989, she has a prologue, like a kind of new liner notes.
It's 1989, right?
Yes, exactly, Danny.
Whoa!
And so she addresses the rumors of bisexuality that were going on around the time of this record and tour.
Dwight Howard's rumors?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dwight Howard
Not
rumors.
that she was with Dwight, but...
to sports!
So she says in her liner notes, she said, I had become the target of slut-shaming. The jokes about my amount of boyfriends, the trivialization of my songwriting as if it were a predatory act of a boy-crazy psychopath. And I had to make it stop because it was starting to hurt. So it became clear to me that there was no such thing as casual dating or even having a male friend to platonically hang out with. If I was seen with someone, it was assumed I was sleeping with them.
Yep.
So she swore off.
Same.
She swore off hanging out with guys, and so she had the squad, and it was all these famous girlfriends that she had at the time: Selena Gomez, Lena Dunham, Gigi Hadid, Ellie Goulding, Zendaya, Haley Williams.
Are they not
among
friends
others.
anymore?
No, they're all still friends, or at least most of them. But she would hang out with them, and she said, being a consummate optimist, I assured myself that I could fix it by changing my behavior. I swore off dating and focused on myself, my music, my growth, and my female friendships. If I only hung out with my female friends, people couldn't sensationalize or sexualize that, right?
Totally not. Lesbos.
Well, then people started calling her Gaylor and and saying that she might be bisexual and romantically involved with one or more of the women that she was hanging out with in her squad. So, yeah, kind of funny.
No win, man. You
Kinda
just can't
funny.
win. I feel her. I know exactly what she's talking about.
About being mistaken for gay?
Yeah, all the time.
Or being a lesbian?
All of it.
Or every person
All
I'm
of it.
seen with, they think I'm sleeping with.
Right.
It's just-
Yeah.
Again.
It's ridiculous.
You and Sevi?
Me and Josh Bogarov.
Yeah.
Team of four.
No, we're not. I swear, we're just friends.
I like him, but-
Platonic.
Yeah.
Okay, so over the summer we talked about the fundraiser for the Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation, an album called Texas Wild.
Oh, that was the Toadies.
Yeah, so it's a compilation of Texas artists covering other Texas artists. And I believe over the summer we had played a clip of Ryan Bingham and the Texas Gentlemen covering the Toadies' Possum Kingdom.
Yes.
And we also had the note that the Toadies were going to cover Kelly Clarkson's Since You've Been Gone.
That's right.
And we did not have it at the time, but today the album dropped, and so here it is.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome, right?
I love his voice.
Dude, that's badass.
That is
I mean,
really good.
They made it sound like it was their song to begin with.
100%. That needs to be like a radio hit.
It might be.
I hope that kind of re-energizes the Toadies.
Yeah.
And they only cover teenage girl music from
Well,
now on out.
we need if Chuck Morgan is listening, he needs to play this tonight.
Ooh, that should be the new rally song.
Yeah,
Let's get rid of Creed.
Get rid of Creed, and
Did I
let's do
miss-
the Toadies doing Kelly Clarkson.
Did I miss our Bingham review of Possum Kingdom?
Maybe
we played it.
Was I gone? It was
I don't
pretty
know.
sleepy. It was a
it?
Ryan
Yeah,
Bingham.
it wasn't great.
It was a Ryan Bingham version.
Wasn't great.
Okay, and last thing before we get back into
One more,
World Series
one more.
talk So you know that Eminem has a restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
Yes.
so he has the lyric in whatever that song is.
Lose Yourself.
Lose
I
yourself.
eat spaghetti with my
No.
machete.
Yeah,
Palms
Down
are
by the
sweaty.
levee.
yeah,
Yes,
Mom's spaghetti.
Oh.
He's got vomit on his shirt. It's Mom's Spaghetti
There
or
you
whatever.
go. There you go.
And so,
So you broke.
so he opened it up first in 2017 as a pop-up shop, and then in 2021 he opened a permanent location across from Comerica Park there in Detroit.
Okay.
Like we get it. You're from Detroit.
And so
okay.
now he is selling the Mom's spaghetti sauce retail. So if you want your own jar of Mom's spaghetti, you can buy it at momspaghetti.com. $13 for one jar, $25 for two jars. So you get a little bit of a bulk
Little
discount.
kiss.
Now, before you rush off to buy it, if you remember, this occurred back in 2021, that there was an offensive lineman for the Cincinnati Bengals, Jackson Carman,
USC.
when they played the Lions. He asked on social media where he should eat in Detroit, and people told him to go to Mom's Spaghetti. So he did the night before the game, and then during the game, he vomited on the sidelines.
Oh, no. Did he vomit spaghetti?
Yes.
There's nothing worse.
You're not supposed to have spaghetti before you play football.
Yeah, you
Everybody
are.
knows
Nice
that.
Carb load, bro.
You are too.
You gotta go easy on that red sauce, brah.
Well, he may just be eating pasta.
And that is your e-news.
All right, good stuff, Dave.
I got a wireless mic. That's why I'm talking. So we are live at Texas Live, right by the ballpark, right by Globe Life Field. We are minutes away from World Series Game 1. There is a lot of activity here. We're at the main entrance of Texas Live, right by Lockhart Smokehouse.
Yes.
So you guys might want to make sure that nobody dies as I'm taking this wireless. It's not wireless. It's wired.
No, but it can do the same thing.
Yeah. You can get a
But it
picture in a
could
second,
kill
okay?
someone.
It could. So I don't want to kill anyone. I want to go over here to this lady with the shirt. Come over here.
The lady with the shirt.
Yeah, we have women in here wearing shirts.
That should narrow it down.
Okay. So this one is obviously a P1. What's your name, ma'am?
Madison.
Madison, you are a P1?
I would say so, I guess.
Okay. You are. The reason I say that is because you're wearing a T-shirt that says what?
Bochi's 7-alarm chili.
Who made that?
Yeah, who made that?
Well, I did, but it's compliments of Gordon Keith.
Okay, yeah, of course it is. So you homemade, I mean, it looks legit though.
Well, I didn't hand make it with my own hands, but I paid somebody to make it for me.
Did you make more than one, or is that the only one?
It's the only one.
Really?
One of a kind.
Okay, have you worn it throughout the playoffs, or is this your first go around?
Not the first time I've worn it. I'm not gonna lie. I've worn it before, and we have lost.
Okay, that's all right.
But
you're not going to win every game.
No,
we're not going to shirt blame.
And you need to have a shirt on. You'd get kicked out of here, and so why not wear this shirt?
Exactly.
Okay, well, good stuff, Madison. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your shirt. Good luck tonight. Hopefully, you're 1-0 in this
Bottom.
series. Okay. Okay, let's talk to other girls that are here.
Bottom.
Hi, madam. What's your name?
Why the girls?
My name is Devin.
Oh, Devin. She's very. Why the girls, Dave? I don't know why the girls, because they were standing in front of me.
Yeah.
Devin.
You gotta give him some slack over
How
here.
old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, 28, and you're double fisting pretty hard right now.
My husband is in the bathroom, so I'm holding his beer.
What you got over there in the right hand?
Tequila soda.
All right, that's good. How many have you had?
Just a few.
Just a couple. You got to get lubed up for the game.
Exactly, yeah.
Who's your third favorite Diamondback?
I don't know a single Diamondback.
Come on now. I mean, that's all we've talked about is how much we know the Diamondbacks and all that. No, we don't. No one really does. What? Do you have a Ranger jersey? Is this I can't read that. What's it say? Young?
Yes, Josh Young.
Yeah, your hair's covering it. Is that who you like?
Yes, I went to Texas Tech. We went to school together. Big.
Oh, guns
Did you ever
up.
hook up?
Yeah, exactly.
Walk of shame?
Absolutely not.
You never hooked up with him?
No.
Did you try?
Absolutely not.
Kingsbury?
No.
You were there when Cliff was there, though, right?
I was, yeah.
So was he he was macking down on all the chicks, wasn't he?
I mean,
He had to have gone to a
debatable.
sorority party she was at.
Did you see him at a sorority party?
I didn't. No,
Were you in a sorority?
I was.
Which one?
It was a small Christian sorority, so no cliff sightings at any parties.
Small. You know Bob? He's a small Christian guy.
Yeah, I'm in all the
Hi,
Christian
Bob.
sororities, yes.
Where do you live now?
I live in Plano.
Okay, you got kids and stuff?
No kids.
Are you working on that?
Absolutely not.
Good for you. Like, what's the plan? Like, later on?
Me?
I guess if you're not pregnant. We know that because you're slamming down double fisting.
Double fisting. Not pregnant.
You going to have them?
We'll see. It may be an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't pull the goalie.
Nope. No.
Okay, well, look, it's good meeting you. Good luck tonight. Tell your husband we're sorry we missed him.
Okay, I will.
Cheers. Go Rangers. What's your story? What's your name?
Oh, hey, I'm Rachel.
Are you with her?
I am, and I'm with him.
Okay, that's cool. He didn't go to the bathroom?
Well, I did that earlier. He's back from the bathroom.
Oh, that's him? Okay. Hey, we just talked to your little lady. It was
Yeah,
fun.
we
You missed
don't care about
it.
him.
You missed it. That's all right. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. Okay. How are you? The same age?
I am an old mom compared to this one. I'm 36.
Okay. You're not an old mom. Is that way you describe yourself?
Compared to this one.
Yeah. Well, she's young and kidless.
And childless tonight.
How many kids you got?
I have two. I have two boys.
How old are they?
One just turned 8, and the other one's 5. Two little boys, and they were going to be watching the game tonight.
How'd she get rid of
and
them
one
tonight?
of them was really, really pissed that I am here with his dad instead of him.
Yeah, he's too young to go to a World Series. It's so much money.
Well, we got tickets for free, but some.
Oh, God! Wait! Hang on, Rachel.
The parking tickets are very expensive.
Parking.
Yeah. Parking's yeah. Okay, so wait. You probably did the right thing, but this could have been like the memory of a lifetime for your 8-year-old.
100%.
But you decided because she would have busted your balls if she didn't go.
Yes. I made a wise decision, I think.
You made the safest play.
Exactly.
Would the 5-year-old have freaked out if you would have taken the other one?
He kind of got on the bandwagon of being upset, but he didn't quite understand.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was upset, but he was upset with the 8-year-old. But it's okay because you know what? Their bedtime is coming right up soon.
Right.
God, you're not gonna. It's Friday. They don't have anything to do tomorrow.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we were at the end of this game,
True.
if they were still here, they'd be very grumpy. I'm not going to be grumpy.
Yeah.
You're gonna get loaded and have a good time.
And you can take your kids to a high school game and tell them you're at the World Series, and they won't know the difference.
That's true. Did you hear that? You can take your kid to any game and tell them it's important, and they're all in, right? As long as they get all sugar high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've had enough of his baseball games. That's
Right.
okay.
Yeah, I've read about him. He's pretty elite, isn't he?
I feel like it's okay for me to come see a grown-up game.
That's true. All right, well, you guys have a good time.
Capel knows how to grow them.
That's true.
Oh, Capel, huh?
That's true.
Hey.
You really do. Cheers to you. Oh.
My nephew is the pitching coach.
What?
Bullpen coach.
Your nephew's the what?
Bullpen coach.
The bullpen coach.
Hayes.
Is that how you got tickets tonight?
Oh, yeah.
For real?
Yeah, all of us. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
the bullpen coach got how many tickets?
Oh, no. I don't know. At least 12. We paid him, yeah.
How many?
At least 12.
Good Lord, a bullpen coach has that kind of clout?
Well, I got him for face. Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
paid?
Yeah.
Still, how much? What was face?
175.
That's not bad at
what a
all.
bargain.
We could have got 600, but we went for the 175.
Yeah, that was smart.
You should have flipped him.
Yeah.
He's his kids, so we deserve it.
Now, what if you would have said, okay, we'll take those 12 tickets and then suddenly sold them for $38,000?
Probably wouldn't have been real. They've been frowned upon.
You probably wouldn't have gone to game 2.
Exactly.
What?
He's got more money than all of y'all together.
He does?
That's a weird brag.
Okay, well.
Right there.
What do you do?
Nothing.
Nothing now?
I'm in sales. It's very generic sales guy.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, that's cool. Well, y'all have fun tonight.
Thank you.
Good luck. Can you talk to the bullpen coach while like the game's going on? Text him and stuff.
Yeah, I will.
Get on PitchCom.
All right. Cheers to you. There's Elf. We already talked to him.
Boo.
There's a guy raising his hand. What's up, man? Claw and Antler?
Absolutely. Yeah, I sold beer in 1972, the first year of the Texas Rangers.
No way.
Here?
Ice cold beer. No, the Turnpike Stadium.
Well, that's what I mean. It was right next door, is what I mean. I know it wasn't here.
That Texas Live?
What's the deal, man?
Right
beer
there.
night.
Okay, so how old were you then?
18.
Wow, they let you sell beer at 18 back then.
Sure, 30-cent beer night, nickel beer night, a 6-pack for 30 cents.
So I didn't ever buy beer from you, but I did watch my dad fill his thermos full of Coors out here and take it out.
It was great. Great time.
Yeah, it really was. So,
horrible team.
Where'd you go to high school?
Hyco High School.
So you moved here when you were 18?
No, I worked at Six Flags during the day, sold beer at night.
Golly.
Dang.
What a
hustle.
What a cream dream of a kid job
What
that
a
is.
treasure this guy
What
is.
did you do at Six Flags?
Were you in the
barbecue.
gunfight with Grego?
Gunfight. Dave, who's Grego?
You remember Boog Powell?
Yeah, I know Boog Powell. Oh, did you do Boog Powell barbecue?
No, Boog Powell, we played first base for the Rangers that year.
Ah, okay.
He had to hit a wrong home run to make it to first base.
What was the drunkest you ever saw someone?
That's a slow joke.
They couldn't even get out of the seat at the end of the game.
Yeah, but you kept serving them.
Absolutely. It's 1972, man. Who
well, and two, the
drink a cold beer and a pickup going home.
Yeah, I was going to say
empty.
You could.
It was not very full that year. You're correct.
In 1972, you could absolutely take your
Yeah.
beer.
Open containers were not a big
drive
deal.
home.
Could you take the beer? Do you remember? Could you literally take it outside with you when you left?
Oh, I don't think you could do that. Yeah,
they really cracked down on that.
You had to crack a new one.
I have every autograph except for Williams. Williams did not come out and meet the crowd.
Ted
They opened the
Williams?
gates, he'd drive his Cadillac in. He'd get out, manage the game, get back in the Cadillac, and leave.
Yeah, Ted Williams is who he's talking about.
Did he still have his head attached?
Yeah, was his head there?
Who?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You know, his head is gone now.
Yeah, but his head was there at the time.
Okay, good. We were just making sure.
To reiterate, he had his head at the time.
Okay, all right. What time we got?
We got time for Evan Grant.
Okay, all right. Well, wireless people, thank you very much. Go Rangers.
Yay!
But we went wireless and we talked to a lot of people, but one guy that came up to me in the break and talked to me I thought would be a fascinating look into the world of the P1 from a different place. What's your name, man? Oh, no.
Oh,
Garrett.
Turn him on, Garrett.
Is he on? Is he on? Okay.
Am I on?
There
we
you
go.
are. There you are. Okay.
I'm affectionately known as Pockets.
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 Okay, Pockets, we'll call you that. And where are you from?
Sydney, Australia.
And you listen to the ticket?
All the time.
It is so wild. So what's the connection?
So I used to play rugby here back about 10, 15 years ago for the Dallas Reds rugby team.
Yep.
And listened to the ticket back then and hooked and literally download the podcast every day.
Really?
So you listen to it delayed. You don't listen to us live.
I've got the app live, but like time zones now, it's probably 9 a.m., 10 a.m. in Australia.
Well, yeah. So we're on at 7 a.m. there.
Yeah. So like if I'm taking, going to school with the kids or whatever, I'll be listening to the ticket instead of the Aussie radio stations. They blow.
You sound like Volk. Are you Alexander Volkanovsky guy?
I'm his 15th cousin.
You sound just like him, but I bet you everyone tells you that.
Yeah,
right?
no, you guys sound funny to me.
So, did you move over here initially for work?
No, just to play rugby.
What?
Came in 6 months in, 6 months out, and I come back. Did it 3 times with the Dallas Reds, who won the national championship a couple of years ago. The boys are kicking ass, and I've just flown in. I flew in yesterday, and I fly out Sunday. I come for game 1 and 2 of the World Series.
How did you get linked up with a team in Dallas?
My brother played the year before. He just emailed them, and then they said come on and play, and then he said you got to get over here. This is awesome, and it was the best 3 years of my life without a doubt.
Really?
Is there money in it?
No, not at that level. There is a pro league in America now.
Is there beer in it or something?
There's plenty of beer in it. Yeah.
Chicks? Lots of chicks?
Did your brother tell you? He's like, there are so many good-looking girls in this town.
Yeah, well, I found that out for myself. And then I ended up meeting my wife. So my wife's from Louisiana.
How about that?
We met down at the GBG on Greenville.
Does she talk weird too?
She
like
talks
Cajun?
Yeah, no, she's not.
Okay.
She doesn't have a massively, Cajun accent.
Okay.
But, yeah, but
so wait, where did y'all meet on Greenville?
The GBG.
Yeah.
It's
now Christie's.
Yeah, that's right. It burnt down, which was a sad day, and then so we met there on St. Paddy's Day. I was dressed as an Aussie rules player, wig on, full footy cleats and all the rest of it. Yeah, it was a good day.
No way.
Yeah.
So when you're a rugby guy, do you make fun of Aussie rules guys?
Yeah, they generally don't like each other. Like the different codes in Australia don't like the other. They call it aerial ping pong and stuff like that. And
are you still playing?
I play. Yeah, I still play. Not at a high level back home. I'm in my 40s now, but like we, still run around. Yeah, just run around.
So when you moved down here initially, in those 3 years, you got to fall in love with the local teams?
Yep.
So you're a Ranger fan?
Yeah, there you go. Yep, Ranger fan.
Cowboy fan?
No, I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm not a big Cowboy fan. I was madly, truly in love with Tom Brady before I got to Dallas.
That's fine.
Yeah,
no problem.
But the Mavs, we met Dirk. We met Dirk out at the Ice House one night. The night they beat the Lakers by 40 in the Mother's Day Massacre.
Wow!
And he was throwing around the rugby ball with us, and he even had a scrum with us, a rugby scrum.
No way!
Got photos, got everything with the rugby boys. Yeah, it was great.
Oh my God!
He was a legend.
So how long did it take for you to figure out what the hell is going on in baseball?
Yeah, seriously.
So I used to work in a bar back home, when I was 18 or 19, a really quiet bar, and the baseball was on during the day just to pass the time. Like, I'm a sports addict, right? Like, I'm into all my sports. Never really got into baseball, but then I started watching it. The first series I can remember was the Diamondbacks and the Yankees, the 7-game series back in 01.
01, yeah.
So that's when I first got into baseball, and then just kind of got hooked from there.
How similar is it to cricket?
Similar. I still can't understand how they, everyone says the hardest thing to do in sport is hit a baseball.
Yeah.
I can't understand that because, I know it's obviously hard.
Did you play cricket?
Yeah, played cricket.
Yeah.
But, because in cricket, they're coming at about the same pace, but they can bounce it into the end. So it can come at your head, can come at your foot. Whereas in baseball, you kind of know where it's going to be near enough to the strike zone.
What's up with the sticks that are just balanced back there?
The cricket bats?
No,
the stumps. The stumps. Yeah. So if the ball hits the stumps, you're out.
It's a strike, for instance.
Yeah, it's a strike, but you're out. You only get one chance.
Yeah.
See you later. You mightn't bat for another 3 days.
That's a dumb game.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and the World Cup's going on at the moment.
That's
in India.
right.
Yeah, there's plenty of them over there. They love it.
Does your wife listen to the radio station at all, or is she like...
No, she knows about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the skit that you guys did about 5 or 6 years ago. I set her up to try and.
Was it like Wings for Pea or something like that?
It was something like that. But then she wasn't biting.
Yeah.
I was going to send it in.
So what about her parents? Were they pissed off that you took her halfway across the world?
Well, she said that she was going for 1 year, and then where are we now? About 12 years later, she's still over there. No, they're okay. She's landed on her feet. We live about 100 yards from the beach in Sydney. So
man.
It's a good spot. We live.
How long's that flight?
Coming here was 15 hours. Tomorrow night, Sunday night's flight's 17 hours.
So you're literally here for 2 days.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. We came for the one game, and then a ticket fell into my lap for game 2 tomorrow night.
Heck yeah.
Away we go. So
awesome.
Yeah. So I can't wait. It's a bucket list thing. I went to the 28-3 Super Bowl with Brady and the Falcons.
Okay.
So I've been to the I'm just ticking off bucket list items one by one.
Yeah, the charmed sports life going on.
Yeah, we went to the big grand finals in Australia, like the rugby and Aussie rules. They played on back-to-back days in Melbourne and Sydney, about 700 miles apart. I went to both. My teams were in both of them, and we lost both. So,
who are your teams?
The Brisbane Lions and the Brisbane Broncos. So they lost heartbreakers both games.
Okay.
Like heartbreak. One blew a big lead like the Falcons.
When are they going to get woke and change the name of the All Blacks?
Yeah, well, that if that ever happens, I'll stop supporting all sport. That won't happen. They can go to the Guardians or something like that as well.
Yeah. Well, look, dude, thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello.
Awesome. You guys rock.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
No, it's great.
The pleasure's all on this side of the table.
Yeah, no,
We're
I'm big P1 from Sydney.
Fantastic.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Our new friend over there.
Well, enjoy tonight. Good luck, and don't be a stranger.
I will not. Good luck, boys. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
There you go.
Aussie.
Oi.
Yes.
Oh, that is great.
That was
Thanks,
awesome.
man. Thank you.
We should have got him to do a shoey. Think you would have done a shoey for us? Or is that New Zealand?
What a natural broadcaster.
Oh, I know.
Hey, you get bits.
I don't think I've ever heard someone just put on a headset and be that, especially somebody that listened, that's just that free and easy with it all.
Yeah, so conversational.
It was incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What's his name? Pockets?
Yeah, he says he goes by Pockets, or he's known by Pockets.
Oh, that is badass. Here's Dave.
Yeah, so it is a little bit weird with the Cowboys this weekend, the World Series, Mavs home opener, the Stars are in action. to talk about the concert calendar, but there is a lot of concert action that we need to catch you up to speed on. I don't know if you're going to have time to cram this all in.
What about a big win tonight? And you're like, I'm so fired up, I want to go to a concert.
Okay, well, then let's start tonight.
Don't mark that.
And tomorrow night at Dos Equis Pavilion, Chris Stapleton.
Whoa.
Dude, our friend Nick Boone just showed up, and he's got a dilemma.
Yeah, he has a ticket to this, and he said he's going to stay here, and he doesn't have a ticket to the game, but he's going to stay here at Texas Live and watch the game, and he's hoping that Chris Stapleton gets rained out. He has buddies at the concert.
Is it supposed to rain hard tonight?
I don't know, and Nick also said he's watching the market for standing room, and so if it gets to the right price...
So he may go in the game, or he may catch an Uber to Dos Equis and try and catch Chris Stapleton around 9.
Well, you're playing with fire.
Yeah, he's
I'm just gonna
way
say,
too many moving parts.
I'm just going to say, and I'm not here to decide this for anybody else, but I would be at the concert just thinking about the baseball game. Unless it's 7-0 either way at 8:30 or something.
Maybe it will be.
Maybe it will be.
Tonight at the Granada, the Chats. Tonight at House of Blues, Here Come the Mummies. So this song is called Pants. We're not going to get to the hook, but it is about doing something in your pants.
So is this comedy Halloween music?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if they dress like mummies, but it's pretty funny stuff.
Okay.
If you want to listen to it on your own time.
I'm into that.
Tonight at Echo Lounge, Dying Fetus.
Oh
my.
Ham, are you going to that?
Maybe.
Tonight at the Factory.
Their unplugged set?
Tonight at the Factory, Amel and the Sniffers.
Anything that has the Sniffers is funny.
Tonight at the Southside Ballroom, Thundercat.
I like that bass.
Yeah, Thundercat is a cool dude.
Where's this at?
At Southside Ballroom.
All right.
Norm's going to be there.
Tonight at Ferris Wheeler's Ghostland Observatory. At the Texas Trust CU Theater, The Temptations. I think the Four Tops are supporting them, too.
Didn't someone just die in The Temptations?
Who-
or was that the
who knows?
Isley Brothers?
Yeah.
I get all those guys mixed up.
all those old black dudes.
Well, that sounds racist to me.
God, Corby.
It was a joke. Shut up.
Tonight at Tannehill's Tavern, Tracy Bird. Tonight at Billy Bob's, Sammy Kershaw. And tonight at Dickies Arena in their final tour, Kiss.
Oh, my God, Ty Walker.
You think he'll be there? How could he choose between Game 1 of the World Series and Kiss?
I don't know. Like, he truly loves Kiss and the Rangers.
$10,000.
Yeah.
With this, right now, if I gave you a front row ticket, you need a sack of $10,000 to go over there right now.
And non-sequential bills, please.
Tomorrow night, I
coffee grounds.
wish I could go to this if it were not for Game 2 of the World Series at House of Blues, Beach Fossils. I encourage everyone to check out their fine work because they're very good. You remember they opened up for
that's right.
Post Malone.
Yes, they were great.
Yeah, they're really good. They're a Brooklyn band. Tonight at Echo Lounge, Frozen Soul. Tonight at the Granada, Death from Above 1979. Have you ever seen them?
No.
So it's a drummer and a bass player, and the drummer is the singer.
How weird.
It is bizarre, but somehow it works.
Drums and bass.
Yes.
We just want a rhythm section.
Yeah, that's all we need. Tomorrow night at the Factory, Blonde Redhead. Sorry, at the studio at the Factory. At the Factory, Unknown Mortal Orchestra. At Club Dada, Yam House. At the Music Hall at Fair Park, Raphael Sadiq.
That guy's badass.
At the Longhorn Ballroom, the Mountain Goats.
Ah, the old Mountain Goats.
At the American Airlines Center tomorrow night, John Mayer.
Yeah.
Really good with the Grateful Dead.
Yeah. Could you go and just see his solo stuff?
$20,000.
Instead of Game 2, $25,000.
No doubt. I need $25,000. I need front row. I need free food.
Make them in German barabons.
Yeah.
And his sloppy seconds.
Dude, I'd take his sloppy 50s.
Tomorrow night at Ferris Wheeler's, Alan Palomo, formerly Neon Indian.
Okay.
At Toyota Music Factory, Alejandro Fernandez. At Billy Bob's, Scotty McCreery. And at Dickey's, Grupo Frontera. Sunday at the American Airlines Center, Luis Miguel.
Hispanic girls.
Yeah.
Boy, imagine what Bob could drag out of there.
Oh, my God.
I mean, there's not a World Series game Sunday night, Bob. Just Bob wearing his frilly tux.
Yeah.
Just walking through the aisles like you.
Giant belt buckle.
Because they're just fanning themselves.
Oh, Mr. Stone! All right, Sunday at the factory, the Front Bottoms.
Great name.
At Trees, Cool Keith. At the Rustic, the O's and Rhett Miller, the cystic fibrosis benefit.
That's right.
Sunday at Ferris Wheeler's, Brian Jonestown Massacre. At Toyota Music Factory, Mike Towers. Monday at Ferris Wheeler's, Atlan Gun. At Dickey's Arena, we don't have time for this song, but everybody knows the Killing Me Softly that the Fugees did. Miss Lauryn Hill and the Fugees.
Miss Lauryn Hill.
Tuesday at the Echo Lounge, Polaris. At the House of Blues, Chappelle Roan. At the studio at the factory, Dean Lewis. At the factory, Tech 9. At Toyota Music Factory, Kevin Gates.
Is that religious music?
No.
Hello? No. Hello?
It's a mashup with the national anthem.
I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I got 2 phones, one for the.
This doesn't sound Christian, Dave.
Why? Is it slams?
Wednesday at Granada, Pigeons playing ping pong.
Love it.
We've run out of names.
What a great name.
This sounds fun. At the House of Blues on Wednesday, Arizona. At the Majestic, Gypsy Kings. Everybody knows Gypsy Kings.
Yeah. A lot of Latin guys. And
at the
shirts
studio
that are
at the
puffy.
factory, Genesis Owusa. At Club Dada, Geese. At Texas Trust CU Theater, Three Dog Night. Thursday at Southside Music Hall, Protest the Hero. At the Majestic, St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
Hell yeah.
You know them?
Oh, God, yes.
At Texas Trust CU Theater, Carlos Vives. And at the American Airlines Center on Thursday, Adam Lambert and Queen.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Did you say Queen?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I said?
Well,
Queef?
Yeah.
Adam Lambert and Queef.
Queef.
And at the
Special guest.
Reconsidered Lounge. Is it bad karma to do the Reconsidered Lounge during the national anthem?
Nah, she's done.
Let's hold on. Let's listen.
Heck yeah. Let's go, Texas.
At the Reconsidered Lounge, a failed rapper turned failed punk rocker, Merrill Gunn Kelly, and a tribute to Motorhead fronted by Zach Gallen, Ace of Snakes.
All right. It's $6.50 on the ticket.